With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 90 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. Streams online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once ticked off across the board with charge to what because the squad can't be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap, while DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machiney, snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fan is shy or scant to see if powers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty life and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over and a win is in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for today's Saturday the 10th of December 2022. I do hope you're all doing well, I do hope you're all enjoying your weekend so far. We have multiple choice of live streamers today. Phil's opening stream because Shinko's live and Raven's live. So yeah, I have got links in the chat. It should be a pinned message at the top of the chat where Raven's stream and Shinko's stream, both links are there if you guys want to check them out and give them some love, because they sure do deserve it. God damn it, fucking Phil and stupid crappy shitey music. As you can see, Phil is online. He lost a bunch of members. He lost a good chunk of members there. Hold on a second here. Phil's down to 479 members. I could have sworn the other day it was like 490 odd. We need to confirm this right now. Hold on. What was the very last stream that Phil did? Yeah, 494 members. Look at that at the top of the screen. So Phil had 494 members as he was finishing gameplay yesterday. So he's gone from 494 to 479. He lost 15 members. Lol. So there we go. I didn't expect that drop to happen so suddenly. Was it due? Or was it just natural? No, it's due, to be fair, it was due. There you go. Look at that. Of course, I completely forgot about that shit. There's a drop there. So 9th, he was due to lose 15 anyway, because of the gifted memberships from before. So there you go. 9th of November, he had 15 gifted members given to him, and of course, a month later, it is now the 10th of December, those 15 expired. So Phil has gone back down to 479 essentially. He is still about 100 away from his goal, his desire to hit 575 members. So that is what it is. Also, Phil has spent at least $446 on WWE Champions latest event since yesterday. A new event started yesterday. They usually start Fridays, by the way. So these new events that WWE Champions do, they usually begin on Fridays. And in a space of a day, he has spent $446 at a minimum so far. So there we go. Thanks to TG Gamebox, of course, for tracking the data, tracking the metrics, and figuring out how much Phil has spent. And yeah, on that note, Phil is live. He's online. He's awake. So let's just spin this wheel and see if we can determine what our bingo card will be for today's shenanigans, shall we? I removed behind the scenes, by the way. Phil mocking his chat is what's going to determine this. There we go. Mock's chat is how we're going to play the game today. Fantastic stuff. Let us we need a number. We need a number between 1 and 210. The first number in chat I see between the numbers 1 and 210, which contains the number 4, will be the card I use for today's game. Mastodon tried to get a game, missed it. Bill Brasky, that's too high. SCP Sophie 44. Bill Brasky went 456, which is way too high. So the first number in chat I saw, which was a valid number, was SCP Sophie's number with 44. So there we go. And Mastodon just tried to guess, I guess, you know, like the jump the gun. 67. Not applicable. So we have number 44, the 44 bingo card, which will be this one right here on the right hand side. So the bingo card we have for today's game looks like the following. The top row says example. Phil explaining something. What I mean by that is, by the way, and him laughing. The second row is him burping, him butchering a word, him saying you see, him saying wrong, and him saying comment. The third row is him saying gifted memberships, mocking chat, him snorting, him repeating the same point constantly, and him saying no exaggeration. The fourth row is him saying it is what it is, dude, interactive, you know what I mean, and siege mode. What is siege mode? Siege mode is when he folds his arms when he's talking to you. The final row is Phil using hateful slurs, him giving a thumbs up to the camera, him making a weird noise, him flailing his arms, and him saying the word positive. Overall, I think this is quite a strong card. I am optimistic as usual about this being a very fruitful card, and hopefully we can start off our weekend with a full house 25 out of 25 bingo card. I am going to save the card right now actually, so give me a second. I won't do 2 seconds, I'll just save this very quickly. So I was a bit fiddly, just to make sure I don't, not too untidy with how I'm saving it. But yeah, I do hope you're all enjoying your weekend so far, hope you're doing well, hope it's a good one. I thought I had most of the week off work, like I worked Monday, and then I had the rest of the week off, you know, just because we treat to myself because of my birthday, you know, and on the Tuesday was my birthday, so I just had the whole rest of the week off. So it's felt like a really long fucking weekend for me, which is great, but it's just bizarre as well, because I'm just not used to being off for so long, so back to normal somewhat on Monday when I'm back to work, but yeah, it's been a great wee time off, just chilling and enjoying my birthday and just, you know, as you know, just having a good time. You know how it all goes. So yeah, that's the bingo card saved, fantastic stuff. I can close that, As you can see, Phil is, you know, online. We're just waiting for Phil to begin his stream. Let's get the game all set up. So, as usual, guys, so 25 snorts from Phil equals a free space. 50 snorts from Phil equals 2 free spaces, and so on and so on. If we get 100 likes on Phil's stream and he blows bubbles before recording for gameplay, that is also a free space. If we also get 100 likes on this stream while we're still playing bingo, I will count that as a free space as well. However, I don't expect 100 likes because it very rarely happens here, so no pressure guys, it's not something I'm expecting. I usually like to fucking make the onus of the 100 likes thing on Phil because he's got a far bigger audience, which is Phil mainly have bots of course, but at the end of the day though, it's kind of embarrassing that Phil, a channel of his size, 201,000 subscribers, live streaming every day on YouTube, struggles to get 100 likes, you know, quickly. It just blows my wee mind. There you go. But yeah, and of course, 25 green squares on the bingo card equals a prize for somebody in chat. 25 quid prize to be precise. But yeah, let me get the bingo card all set up properly. And of course, we use only the most up-to-date and high-tech technology to play a game of bingo. We use Microsoft Paint. The classic version, not Microsoft Paint 3D. I don't fucking have time for that fucking fancy weird shit. This is the classic default Microsoft Paint. If it's good enough for Jim will paint it, it's good enough for fucking me. And that's the bingo card. Oh, let me just make sure this is a bit... Give me a wee second, guys. I need to make this a little bit wider, the card, just so it looks a bit neater. There we go, I think that looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So good stuff indeed. Guys, so we're waiting for Phil to go online properly. He's probably going to go live in like 10-15 minutes time. I am going to turn the music up. I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to enjoy my wee drink of Desperado while we wait for Phil to go live. And yeah, of course, if you're watching the football game, of course, the big game's on tonight, starting very soon. England are playing France in the quarter-finals of the World Cup. And of course, we're always impartial here in DSP Bingo. Just ignore the tab I've got open, which is an old alliance, which is an old alliance between the Scottish and the French. Just ignore that tab. You know, you don't have to worry about this tab here about the old alliance. You know, it's not really relevant at all to anything going on, and it's just, of course, we're all neutral when it comes to the football here at DSP Bingo. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter who wins between England and France. Of course, I mean, it's bizarre. I know. The thing is, though, a part of me believes England probably they have a good chance, England, of winning the World fucking Cup. And as a Scotsman, it's a bit annoying because it means we'll never hear a fucking end of it. But that's just the way it goes. But hey, if it happens, then well done to him. But that's being said, I'm on the French. But yeah, I am going to mute the microphone now, let you guys enjoy Meerkat's amazing music playing in the background. And yeah, we'll be back when the show starts, essentially. So enjoy the Meerkat music.
Financially tight. Ha 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 ha. No, it's not fucking funny. Now shut up.
Phil's a joke, Phil's a clown. Phil's this, Phil's that.
He's a loco.
Phil's a beggar.
Begging.
Phil's a beggar. Phil's a joke, Phil's a clown.
Always going bro.
Phil's this, Phil's that.
He's a loco.
Phil's a beggar.
He's a loco.
Phil's a beggar. It's not begging.
Okay, I'll be honest. It makes me nervous because I've noticed recently there's actually been an uptick in super chats, which is great. It helps the channel long term, and certainly I'm not being ungrateful. And if that's the only way that you can contribute or support the channel, great. If you can help me and tip me, please do. That's what I need help with right now. Okay. Again, I'm not asking for anything above and beyond. You know, idiots will come out and prayers. Phil's saying he wants you to pay directly.
This dude is a piece of fucking garbage.
Yesterday was a really slow day for me on stream. I didn't make a lot of support yesterday. It's you guys and you know how much you're liking the content I'm doing in a given day, how much you can afford to support that content. Can you argue it's a begging model? I mean, I guess.
This dude is a piece of fucking garbage.
I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills.
Scumbags and mental cases on the internet still support I'm a beggar and I'm a loser and I'm on level 1. That I can't go on a honeymoon with my wife. I'm paycheck to paycheck. I'm on level 1.
I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills. I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills.
If you are watching his shows and you're paying his bills, you're a fucking loser. You should not support this guy. He had an opportunity to make serious money to entertain you, and he wouldn't do it. But you're gonna still fucking give him $200? You're gonna give him $50 to pay his fucking bills? Nah, you got a job. You keep your money. Fuck that guy.
I understand that people right now are so hyped for the gifted memberships, and I'm very grateful for that. I mean, thank you. But I hope that that doesn't mean that people are going to forego tipping, because that would put me in a bad situation. And in particular, I don't know why you guys, okay, why are you laughing? Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Why are you laughing? Oh, so hilarious that this guy has stuff financially tight. I literally can't afford stuff on Tuesday on my day off, and you're gonna laugh? Oh, it's funny. When you can't go and do something with your family on your day off, your one day off for the week when you're working full-time 6 days a week, that's funny, right? No, it's not fucking funny. Now shut up. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Now, what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any
It's
kind
going to
of
be
sweetness
acidity
to
from
the sauce.
tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
And then
tart
spice.
and its acid and nothing else. All right. So now we got to stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients, and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fifth. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style. Tips. Greasy hair. Pasta once a week. Authentic style, Asian fusion style. Italian.
Guess what else we're going to add?
What?
Sausage. Italian sausage. That's going to go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fifth. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. Why do you pretend to be Italian? I don't. I'm not full-blooded Italian. That'd be ridiculous for me to claim. I'm a quarter Italian. I am 1/4 Polish, and then I'm half kind of European mix. It complements the flavor perfectly. And it's so weird because it's nothing like any other cuisine. It really isn't. I can't even tell you another cuisine that tastes like that. But it's so good. And what I like about Mediterranean food is usually when you get it, you get such a good variety of stuff. Like I got, so it came with hummus and pitas. You dip the pitas in the hummus, and that was delicious. Robust, insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give me this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce. Robust. I will tell you guys is thus. Robust. Robust. They came with their rice, which is the seasoned rice. That just tastes, again, it tastes kind of different from other cultures' rices. It has peas and carrots, but it's also got this unique seasoning in it that's really good. And then also a side salad, which was like lettuce, tomato, onion, robust, insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give me this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce. Robust. I will tell you guys is thus. Robust. 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 We went and got dinner. Now, this was a double-edged sword. We knew that the restaurant we were going to was probably going to be good. It was a very high-end Chinese-style, Asian fusion-style restaurant, okay? My life today is the best I've ever had. And I mean that. Like, every day I feel like is the best day of my life.
Your life is nothing.
I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I have an emptiness in my life. Oh man, there's something huge missing from my life. I need a large group of friends. All I do is sit around drinking gin all day. Ladies and gentlemen, I play mobile games. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me.
You're still begging for $10 donations and $20 donations to pay your electric bill, to pay your fucking rent, all right? I get it. I'd hate me too. See you, Phil. Have a good one.
Post-nasal drip is a constant. It keeps going. It's like a faucet that's dripping. I can't turn it off. I can't make it stop. Then I'm like, damn, my post-nasal drip is going. My sinuses are inflamed. My throat is gunked up. What is going on here? Damn. Snort, snort, snort. Code. Drip. Snort, snort. I got the drip going. Snort, snort, snort. Code. Drip. Snort, snort. I got the drip going. Damn, I got the drip going. I got the tips going. Clear your throat. Blow your nose. Damn. Clear your throat. Please tip me. Damn. Post-nasal drip is a constant. It keeps going. It's like a faucet that's dripping. Damn. Snort, snort, snort. Code. Drip. Snort, snort. I got the drip going. Snort, snort, snort. Code. Drip. Snort, snort. I got the drip going. 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 Can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.
Phil is going live right now. As you can see, his intro is playing, so we're about to begin the show. Tag me in chat in case I miss anything on the card. I don't try and miss things on the card, it just happens sometimes because I am a stupid bastard. It happens. I don't try and miss things, it just happens. But yeah, fingers crossed guys. Remember, 25 green squares equals one of you guys can win a prize in chat. Wouldn't that be a nice wee thing right before Christmas? You can get a wee bit extra spending money, you know, 25 quid. But yeah, we need to get 25 out of 25 first, so fingers crossed guys, good luck. Here we fucking go. Let's get this wee victory.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast. We're busy having fun down here on Level 1, and happy holidays as always. Today is Saturday, the 10th of December, 2022, and of course, I'm Darkside Phil. I look a little different today because of the lighting. If I turn off this television, I think I'll look normal. Because right now the switch is on, and when the switch is on, it has a white... Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. The switch has a white dashboard, I guess you would call it. And because of that, this TV, because this is my Sony TV now, it's very bright. It's like, oh, changes the whole lighting in the whole room when the TV is on. Of course, I wanted to be sure that everything is up and running. We had a snafu about a week to a week and a half ago where I hadn't, tested the console before I did the podcast, and then right after the podcast, we were like, let's go right into the gameplay. And I go to do it, and it's like, oh, there's a giant patch, and you have to install it and everything. And I was like, wait, what? These consoles are a little weird. They all claim to have the same features. They really don't. With the Xbox Series X, as long as you keep the console hooked up to the internet, and you have it programmed to do it, it'll auto-download all of your updates for any game you have automatically and install them. You're good to go. Like, every time I turn on my Series X, every game on there is ready to go. I would say the one exception is actually Modern Warfare 2. And the reason being for that is actually because that game, for some reason, only seems to download updates when you boot it. It's like self-monitoring game. But usually those updates are quite fast. Outside of that, every other game, instant. It's already there. Now, with the PS5, I set it up to do that as well. It's supposed to auto-update the games. The problem is, it only downloads the updates. It doesn't install them. And for some odd reason, I guess PlayStation does things differently than Xbox. I guess when there is an update for PlayStation, people had told me this, and I didn't know if I should believe it, but now I think I do. It re-downloads your whole game. Don't really understand that, but apparently it does. Because every time there's even a patch for a game on PlayStation, it then says it has to install it, and it takes a long time. If this is just a 300 megabyte patch, why is it taking 15 minutes to update the game? Because it's reinstalling the whole game. So that's what happened to us a couple weeks ago. I was going to play God of War, and it's like, oh, we have to install this update first, and we sat here for 15 minutes doing nothing. So since then, every morning, before I turn on the podcast, whatever console I'm going to be playing on that day, I'll turn it on early, just to be sure that there's like no update or anything. In fact, you know that now that I said that, hold on one second, because now that I said that, I think there's a funny thing on Nintendo. Even if you boot the game, I don't think it loads the update file. Wait, what just happened? The Switch turned itself off. So, your Nintendo Switch, if hooked up to your TV, if you turn off your TV, the Switch realizes this and turns itself off.
Why is he acting like this is a bad thing? This is a good thing. This is like a power saving mode. It's a very smart, intelligent bit of equipment that knows and acknowledges this. What are you going to do? Fucking, are you annoyed that you won't be able to fucking play games because you fucking have your heavy... What are some people fucking like playing video games with their TV being on? This is not a fucking problem, pal. Don't make this into a fucking problem. Don't make this into a reason to fucking bitch and whine and moan. No, if your console turned off because it recognised your TV's off, that's a good fucking thing. That is not a bad thing. Don't you dare try and make it sound to be a goddamn bad thing. Don't you fucking dare, boy.
That's the stupidest feature I've ever heard ever.
You fucking... Why? Why is it such a dumb fucking feature? Why the fuck? What do you have to gain? What would you gain from the console staying on if the TV's off, Phil? The console requires a television to be on to play the fucking game. This is not a dumb thing. This is not a stupid thing. You're the stupid one for thinking it's a bad thing.
What if you're playing a Switch game, but now you have company coming over? Oh, I'll pause the game.
And save the fucking game. You fucking dense motherfucker.
And turn off my TV. And then I'll turn the game back on when they're gone to continue. Oh, your Switch turned off. Anyway. I might as well not even turn on the Switch, because what I was going to say is I think there was a situation where I booted the Switch up, it looked fine. And then when I actually went to play the game, that's when I clicked the game, that's when it triggered, oh, there's an update for that game. I don't know. Anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. I hope that everyone's having a good weekend. So, what's going on? Well, we're in the midst of a very busy December, okay? And sometimes it's good to tap the brakes a little bit. All right, like tap them, slow down a little bit, and kind of look all around you. Take in everything going on and reassess where we are and reassess how the month's been going, and basically take a look at everything here and say, you know, how's it going, right? So let's take a look. First of all, it's been a crazy busy month so far, which is kind of not the case usually for December. December, usually things slow down a lot, and by the time that we're at the end of December, I'm usually just wrapping up a bunch of ongoing playthroughs, or I'm actually playing games that I didn't have a chance to play at release, and I'm finally getting around to. This year, there's still new releases coming out, right? Still. This is a crazy year where they packed everything either into the first quarter or the last quarter. They made no effort to release games in the summer at all. Like, there was nothing. It was so dead, and that's why we basically had Summer of Retro 2.0, even though I never really intended for that to happen. It just did, right? And so, we are juggling ongoing lengthy playthroughs such as God of War Ragnarok and Pokemon Scarlet. We've got an ongoing project with Modern Warfare 2's Warzone mode, which you guys have convinced me to try out and try to learn, right? And now we've got other new things, including High on Life, which I'll be checking out this coming Tuesday. And then after that, basically what we need to do is take a look at what games I've skipped, of which there's been a ton, and determine what games I would want to play, next, until all the major releases start coming out in, say, January. And we should have several weeks of kind of like in-between time where we're looking at stuff that we can maybe play catch up. Games that were good that I missed out on. What's funny is, I tell you guys, one of the worst things these game companies could do is to release all their games in a short window all together because they cannibalize each other. But they're so dumb, they don't see it that way. They see it that, oh, as long as we release our game in the last quarter, we'll get inflated holiday sales. Well, it's already begun. What do I mean by that? Half the games that didn't sell are already slashing prices, cannibalizing each other. That new Need for Speed game, what was it? Not even 2 weeks ago it came out, already down to $40. Started at 60, down to 40. By the time this year ends, it might be like 20. Because that's what I mean. This is what happens. You have these game dev companies working on these games. They work their asses off. All right, we got a great game. Let's release it. When are we releasing it? Why the fuck are we releasing it right in the middle of everything else? We got to be an idiot. So I mean, like, and it very well could be a good game. People who actually played it said the new Need for Speed is actually fun. It's much better than that one I played many years ago. That was a piece of dog shit. Apparently this one's actually pretty good. But who played it? No one. No one played. Everyone just skipped it. Because, by the way, this color is going crazy today. As you can tell, my camera can't make heads or tails of what to do with the lighting today. Which I can't really do anything about. It's being stupid. But, I just kind of see it like, you know, these companies need to start thinking. Really, how are you going to have a game that ends up being successful if you drop it in the middle of 27 other games that are releasing in a 2-month window? And by the way, they're all, you know, hyped, and half of those are big, giant, big budget AAA games that are going to get marketing. Yours isn't. Like, how do you think that your games are going to sell? It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And they do it every year, right? They're guilty of it every single year. They don't look at the landscape around them to say, does it make sense for us to release our game now? Instead, they just release it, and then, you know, then half the games get destroyed. So it's going to be interesting in a few more weeks. You know, probably when we get through the Christmas stuff, right? We're going to start looking at end of the year playthroughs, early 2023 playthroughs, and we're going to say, well, what games did Phil skip? You know, that everyone's interested in seeing, and I guess we're going to find out, right? We're going to find out what happens here, and grab a few games to play. But it's just a shame. I'm curious, even games that got rated well, like Midnight Suns, I'm curious how it sold. It rated very well. The reviewers, you know, really applauded it. That doesn't mean that it sold, especially because it's a hard sell when you have a game that plays similar to, say, XCOM, like a strategy-based Marvel game, instead of an action-based Marvel game. Because it's funny, because people talked about it for 2 days, and then I never saw anything else about it again on social media. It's like it never existed, it just vanished. And that's weird, because the reviewers really liked it. Like, what happened to it? Did anyone buy it? Anyone playing it? It's kind of weird. Anyway, let us talk about what I'm currently working on, because now we're into the meat of this weekend. And let's just go through it. All right, first of all, yesterday, I finished the Callisto Protocol. All right? After a whole week. I played it for a week to get through it. 14 hours of gameplay. And I gave my full, unabridged thoughts on the game yesterday in the final video of the playthrough. I spent about 20 minutes explaining my full thoughts on it and how I felt that everyone on the internet who was being a dick to this game, bandwagoning against it, was basically hurting the company by being completely irresponsible. And ultimately, if you want to know why I think people do this, it's because they have, sadly, nothing to offer the internet in regards to originality or any kind of an intelligent take. Instead, if they have nothing to say, they will just pile onto what everyone else says. Therefore, they sound pertinent, and they have content to put out for that day. Okay? Anyone who bought the Callisto Protocol and rage quit it within 2 hours, never even got to see the meat of what the game is, has no right to really complain about it. And quite...
Well, you fucking bitch and whine about some games all the time despite never fucking touching them. You know, you're not fucking hesitating to bitch and whine about Saints Row 4 despite not even bothering to play the game. You're going to play the game, but then you trusted what the gaming media said about Saints Row 4 and you walked away from it. So yeah, you want to fucking talk about bitching and whining about fucking games. You fucking do it all the time to fucking games that you don't even touch. You're a fucking hypocrite, Phil. I'm not saying other people are not fucking hypocrites, but you're being a massive one right now by bringing this fucking point up because you do not hesitate to bitch and whine and complain about specific games that you've never touched before, but you'll have an opinion about it anyway, and it's usually a negative opinion.
quite frankly, is a fucking shill hack who just who did it in order to get that initial reaction out of their viewership. So, oh, look, everyone will talk about this for a few days, and then they could move on and not have to play the game. Okay? It's fucked up. But this is the mentality of these content creators on the internet now. As long as they get any kind of content out, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad, if it's productive or harmful. They don't care. As long as they put something out today and they made a buck on it, that's all they care about. Okay? Some people care about the quality of what they put out and don't care if it ends up getting mainstream viral attention and rides every meme and bandwagon out there so that they can be popular for the day. Some people actually just want to make meaningful content.
Fuck the fuck up, Phil. Phil, you don't even bother fucking... You don't trim the fat and the useless fucking parts of your fucking product to your fucking viewers. No, you leave it all unedited. And it's not because you want to fucking provide your fucking viewers with fucking full, authentic, raw, genuine fucking experience. No, you're just a lazy bam that cannot be arsed to fucking trim out all the fucking boring gibberish in between. You fucking hate this is how you don't plays, but the fact of the matter is, this is how you don't plays are usually far more consumable, because that is exactly what happens. People trim out the fucking boring shit, people trim out the useless fucking shit, and they fucking just leave in the most pertinent fucking shit. Aye, they turn like fucking 8 hours of fucking boring ass content into what? 2 hours? 3 hours? Something like that. Maybe more. It depends on the fucking game, but still, the point is still valid. You're a lazy bastard and your product and your content is not fucking meaningful. It's lazy drivel.
Sadly, those people usually are not at the forefront of things like the YouTube algorithm or Twitch streaming, and they don't get the prominence, and they don't get to be focused on as people who are like voices of reason, and that's sad. Okay? So, this game was very, very unfairly treated by the gaming community. Whether you could say it was journalists that played it, rushed through it, and panned it because they just suck ass and didn't want to learn the gameplay system that was very different from other survival horror and very challenging, or it was a bunch of bandwagoning, memeing idiots who just wanted to make $1 on their fucking YouTube and Twitch channels and didn't care about who they hurt in the process, which, by the way, caused this company to lose 10 to 15% of its market share within the week of release of the game, even though they did nothing wrong. The only thing I feel that the makers of Callisto Protocol screwed up, if they knew that the PC version was going to have issues, just don't release it right away. Have the console versions come out first, have people experience the better version, and then take some extra time, whether it's weeks, months, whatever you need, to tweak the PC version, have it come out later. Sorry, but PC enthusiasts at this point need to understand that because their chosen platform to play games is not a fixed platform, they might have to wait for the best version of their game. All right? If you play on PS5, it's PS5. It's the same hardware no matter what. If you play on Series S or X, it's very similar hardware. It's easier to develop for. If you're developing for PC, you're developing for an insane wide variety configuration of components. You have no fucking clue what anyone's PC is going to have. So, of course, PC is way harder to develop for. And if that's the case, these game developers should stand up and have some balls and be like, yeah, so if you want the PC version, just fucking wait because, you know, you guys just demand having us have it be compatible with 4 million components, and that takes too long. So we're going to put it out for the easy shit first so everyone can play the game, and then you guys get it a year later. Because really, here's what happened. They released Callisto Protocol for everything. It sucked on PC. All the PC people went and panned the game, and now the Metacritic score went boo because of that. And that's not fair. It's just not. That's 1 out of 3 versions of the game that has those issues, and the other 2 don't. Yet, somehow, overall, alright, the game sucks. How does that make any sense? I didn't have issues on Series X at all with graphics or crashing, nothing. So it's bullshit, you know? And, again, I give my absolute full intelligent thoughts on what I thought about the game, because there are some cons to the game. Callisto Protocol is not perfect, but, man, that game was completely unfairly treated by both the content creation community and journalists for agendas. It's sad, you know? If this were a giant AAA company like EA who was paying people to shill, you would notice no one would be doing what they're doing to Callisto Protocol. But, you know, since no one had $1 to make being nice to the game, they all had to pan it and be disgusting to it, right? Fucked up, the community that the gaming community has become. It's just sad. So, it is what it is, guys. I love the game. I seriously did. I thought the game was outstanding. I outlined the pros and cons in that final part of the playthrough. I urge you to go check it out so that way you can see my full opinion. I didn't do a separate video of a review, but that last video essentially has my review in it. So I hope that you will watch it. Okay? Cool. Now, because we finished Callisto Protocol, last night I was able to do a Friday Night Fights late night fighting game segment. It was actually quite fun. Did we get constant fighting games the entire time? No. We had to wait a bit. And yes, it was few and far between slim pickings in the Capcom Fighting Collection to find active competition. But when we found it, we had good matches. It was a good time. We had good chill conversation as well. It was overall pretty entertaining, and I'm glad that I did it. It was only a one-off thing. That's not going to continue. It was just a random thing because we had time for it. Okay, so thanks to anyone who attended or supported last night's Friday Night Fights show. All right. Let's talk about the rest of the week. Today, it's a full streaming day, and today, ladies and gentlemen, is the full-fledged return of Pokemon Scarlet to a daytime stream. I know you guys were so upset with me last week when I announced that Pokemon Scarlet was going to go from a daytime to a nighttime stream. People freaked out. They were like, this sucks. We can't attend the night stream. So now what's going to happen is viewership went down, engagement went down, support went down. Now, I'm not complaining. It was still good, especially for a late night stream. The amount of people, the amount of engagement, and the amount of support we were getting was actually not bad at all. But it was a distinct decline from what we were seeing when this was a daytime stream. So what that told me was there were people who were upset. They were attending the daytime streams. They couldn't be there at night, and they were very pissed at me that I had changed it around.
Whoa. Is he actually saying that people campaigned? Phil's fucking lingo, his fucking wording for bringing this game back to a day stream was that people campaigned to have this game brought back to a day stream. Is his idea of people campaigning for this game to come back to the day stream the fact that they fucking didn't contribute as much during the night stream? Is Phil's mentality the fact that he didn't get as much support on the night stream? So it's like, oh, people are deliberately withholding their money and not coming to the stream, and that's them campaigning. That's Phil saying. I thought people was like saying like people are up in arms and the chat's getting flooded. No. Phil's mentality is that people supported the game far less on the night stream. That is them actively telling me to do something to change it. No. Jesus Christ, Phil. The fact of the matter is, we called it out as a bad idea in the first place. When you moved it to a night stream, we all said it was a dumb idea. It was a stupid financial move from you. It was a stupid business move from you. You went through with it anyway, and you immediately regretted it. Until you actually saw the fucking writing on the wall pretty quickly this time, and so you fucking flip-flopped, you put it right back to the day stream, and you're fucking pretending it was the audience that fucking done it, they campaigned for it. Nah, your fucking desperation and greed got the fucking better of you, and you made the right fucking business call, and you put the game back on a day stream where it gets the most financial support. There is nothing wrong with you admitting, Phil, that the game does so much better financially for you in a day stream. There is no shame in admitting that. It makes smart financial business sense to have the game in a day stream to exploit all those dentheads that are willing to give you the money to play that game. You lacking a spine to admit that is why we fucking mock you.
I listened to your feedback, and now it's back as a daytime stream for the foreseeable future. All right? I hope that sounds good to everyone. I hope you guys are okay with that. All right? Now, what that means with Pokemon returning, it means, yes, you can name a Pokemon for $25. That continues. It means that if we hit our $100 tips goal for today's stream, the Pikachu hat returns, and man, it would be great. We didn't see the Pikachu hat all week because every time we did it as a late stream, we never hit the $100.
We just fucking see it right now. We can see it right now. We don't need to fucking tip you, Phil. We can see the hat right fucking now. Oh man, it'd be great if I can see the fucking Pikachu hat. Just pause your fucking video, guys, and lo and behold, there it is in all its fucking glory. Pika, Pika, Pika.
Our $100 tips goal for today's stream.
There it is, boys.
Pikachu.
Look at it in all its fucking glory. Isn't it wonderful? You don't have to give a Phil a fucking cent. Because there you go, you can see it now. Isn't it glorious?
Pikachu hat returns, and man, it would be great. We didn't see the Pikachu hat all week because every time we did it as a late stream, we never hit the $100 tips goal. It'd be great. Every time we did this as a daytime stream, we hit the tips goal and had Pikachu hat. So it'd be great to have that back today after having that week hiatus away. Because
Jesus Christ, this is so fucking Just fucking say it, Phil. Just fucking come out and say it. This is so fucking pathetic the way I fucking word this. This is the most fucking cringe, absolute fucking hint begging I've seen in a long time from Phil. I need to rewind this just to fucking embrace it, man. This is no fuck yeah. Chris Tank says no shame.
For $25.
Let's just watch the whole thing. I won't pause it, and let's just endure the whole fucking begment.
That continues. It means that if we hit our $100 tips goal for today's stream, the Pikachu hat returns, and man, it would be great. We didn't see the Pikachu hat all week because every time we did it as a late stream, we never hit the $100 tips goal. It would be great. Every time we did this as a daytime stream, we hit the tips goal and had Pikachu hat. So it'd be great to have that back today after having that week hiatus away because I changed the stream times, okay? It means interactive, chill fun, where I'm sure you guys will be helping me to understand things about the different Pokemon. You'll be telling me what generation, how they evolve. We're going to be having fun fights. We're going to be heading eastward today. And I believe there's a a Titan Pokemon fight coming up to the east, if I remember correctly. And then if we keep going, there might be another gym. So we'll have to see. We're heading eastward. We're going to encounter whatever Pokemon we run into and catch them. My ear is itching me today. It's annoying me. The inside of my ear is itching me. I don't know why, if I scratched it or something. But yeah, it should be a good time. It should be a fun, chill time having Pokemon return back to the early stream, and I'm happy to do it per your requests. So I hope that you guys enjoy the fact that I listen to your requests, and hopefully we have a great day. I'm hoping we will bring back that level of viewership, engagement, and support that we had for that whole week and a half that I was playing Pokemon Scarlet as a daytime stream. But there's no telling, The thing is with Pokemon, you guys always know Pokemon's going to be a long playthrough for me. I take my time, I explore, and because of that...
No, you fucking make sure you fleece your chat as much as humanly fucking possible. You fucking cakewalk me. It's like you've had to fucking moonwalk your way through the fucking game, going deliberately as slow as fucking possible, trying your absolute best to catch as many fucking Pokemon as possible, so there's fucking more Pokemon for your fucking audience to fucking give you money to fucking name. You play the game terribly by all accounts. I don't play Pokemon myself, I'm not really too fucking clued up in it, but apparently almost dying to that first gym boss is cringe as hell and embarrassing and should not even happen. You actually almost died to that first gym boss, and I've seen people calling you out and ridiculing you for that, when it should have been very easy. You don't train your Pokemon either, apparently. Bill doesn't even bother to have to train his Pokemon. That's a big no-no, apparently. He's not playing the game to fucking actually enjoy playing the fucking game. He's playing the game to try and milk as much money as humanly possible from that denthead audience of his.
It's going to be minimum, I would think, 40 plus hours. At this point, we are at 18 gameplay hours of Pokemon. Like I said, I think we're going to at least double that before we see the end of the game. That's how long these games usually are. So I'm thinking great progress, great fun today, great interactions. Let's have a nice chill time on the Pokemon Scarlet stream. Okay? Cool. Then on tonight's late stream, it is more Warzone. Alright? So Warzone tonight, I'm trying to learn it. I'm trying to learn the best places to land. I'm trying to learn what's the best loadout to grab in the short term. What's hilarious to me is I've already made top 10 twice. I've only played Warzone 2 streams. I've already made top 10 twice, and I don't know what I'm doing. Right? I just don't. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. If anything, that just proves that people who play this shit, it's not like they're the most skilled players, the toughest cookies, or you know what I mean? Like, it's just people who play the meme shit. Oh, it's the meme.
That is a bingo, and also Phil pretending he's fucking good at a game by fucking hiding in a corner for most of it. Aye, fucking very good, Phil. Phil's got those fucking MLG hiding skills and fucking maps where you fucking might hunt people in Battle Royale mode. Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, that's our first bingo of the game. Fantastic stuff.
Thing everyone's been playing for 3+ fucking years. How is it that I just casually play it, don't really know what I'm doing, hide out a little bit, and make top 10 every time? It's silly. I want to get better though.
No, he just explained that he hides out. It's been people usually play the game aggressively and try and fucking gear up as much as they can. They'll get kills and they'll fucking try and get a better, equipment, better armor, better. Oh shit! Now Phil lands somewhere, thinks he'll go somewhere safe, hide in a fucking corner, chat to his audience for a while. Then he'll see somebody come in and actually try and deal with him, and usually he'll fucking get his arse kicked, even though he should be killing that guy. He is terrible at these fucking kind of games usually. It's just that he's got mad MLG hiding skills, bro.
Right? I want to basically learn the best ways to play it, and I do want to start getting wins, all right? But the thing is, I got to get so used to the guns and everything before that will happen. You know what I mean? So we'll continue on tonight. And by the way, with Warzone, again, ample opportunity for interaction and enjoyment, simply because once you drop, you got to loot, you got to, run around, and there's a lot of time to be talking with people while I'm doing that, as opposed to being hyper-focused on just gunplay, which would, like, be the normal Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. It's very different, okay? So I hope you will join me later tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, for another Warzone stream, okay? Now, tomorrow, on the main gameplay stream, it's going to be God of War Ragnarok continuing, okay? It's going to be me finishing up the story arc that I'm in, which we've now been over 2 hours in a story arc. Once that story arc is done, we're going to head back to Alfheim, and I'm going to be looking for side content using the spear that now has been unlocked because I have it. I know there was a lot of side content in Alfheim we didn't do previously, including multiple Berserker fights, including, I believe, a few optional challenges and dungeons. So we'll see, all right? That's tomorrow's main stream. Now, Sunday night, there is no late night stream. And I know you're all sad about that. Like, what's going on? Why would there not be a late night stream in the middle of the weekend? Well, it's very simple. This month is pretty crazy when you think about it. Next weekend is the Street Fighter 6 beta, and I'm in it. So I'll be playing that all next weekend. Now, that's outside of the realm of what we would normally do for playthroughs. So already that's going to kind of set us back from our normal schedule. The weekend after that is Christmas weekend, and I'm doing 2 holiday events this year. The Christmas Marathon event and the WWE 2K22 King of Christmas Tournament Sims return event, which we haven't done in many years. That's another 2 different events that are taking us out of our normal streaming schedule. So with 2 straight weekends where I know I'm going to be taken out of my normal time to do stuff, I was thinking about, usage of time. And I was like, oh crap, I just realized that if I don't sit down and film the patron private react videos for this month, I don't know when I'm going to do them. Because typically it would be like a weekend when I would...
That does it. 1.25 speed activated. Fuck it. Let's just try and turbocharge through all this fucking rambling nonsense.
Try to take the time to do it, and we're already going to be so behind. I'm like, oh shit, okay, I need to do it soon, okay? So tomorrow night, I'm going to make a concerted effort to sit right here and do all of those private react videos for my patrons for the month, all right? I'm hoping to get them all done in one sitting. That would be great. The thing is, I've got a lot of them. I know already, I think I have 5. I have to confirm if anyone else sent me anything. But right now, as of now, I have 5 different react videos to do, and those range anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes in length each. So as you can see, that's probably about 3 hours of work. I mean, that's basically a late stream, if not even a little longer. I might have to actually work a little bit later. But my goal is to get those done, send them to the patrons, so that we can get back on track, okay? So then Monday, the main gameplay stream again will be Pokemon Scarlet. And if I got all the private react videos done on Sunday, then Monday night will be more Warzone. If, for some reason, I didn't get them all done, right? Like, let's say, maybe some of them ran long, and I sadly didn't have opportunity to get through all of them. Or maybe someone else contacts me behind the scenes, and there's another one that comes up or something. Whatever it could be, okay? Then, likely I'm going to have to do them on Monday night, too. Now, I don't like taking 2 nights off a week, but if I have to, and I say 2 nights off, I'm not getting them off. I'm just not streaming. I'm going to be filming react videos. It's not like I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting around relaxing. I wish that's not the case. I'll be doing those videos. But I don't want to take 2 streams away, but if I have to, I have to. Okay? So let's see what happens. And go from there. And pretty simple, pretty straightforward, all right? Now, Tuesday is a new release, and I've decided I will be playing High on Life. It is the new first-person shooter game from Rick and Morty, the people who made Rick and Morty. All right, you got the guns that talk. It seems like it's going to be funny and unique and interesting, and it's a new game, as opposed to the other game coming out, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion, which is essentially just a remake of Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core for the PSP, which I've already played. So out of the 2, I'm actually more interested in High on Life than I am in the Final Fantasy VII game because I already played it, you see. So we're going to do that, all right, as the main stream on Tuesday, and then Tuesday night will be in your hands. What I will do is overnight, Monday into Tuesday, I'll put up a poll on the main channel page of this channel, and you guys will be able to choose. Do you want to see more God of War? Do you want to see a random late night stream of Pokemon on Tuesday night? Or do you want to see back-to-back Warzone? All right? You'll be able to vote on what you want, and whatever you vote on will be the late stream on Tuesday. Okay? And so then I won't be here Wednesday. Next week, we're going to have one normal streaming day on Thursday. But then Friday, Saturday, Sunday of next week, all day long, both days, I'll be playing the Street Fighter 6 beta. We're all wondering what characters will be in this beta because we don't know, right? We don't know who's going to be available in it. I'm curious as much as you to see who they put into this thing.
This guy is so fucking ignorant. He has still not fucking bothered to check out the Street Fighter website, which tells you all the goddamn details of his highlight. Street Fighter fucking beta. Here we fucking go. Here's a fucking thing here. So all Phil needs to do is go to this fucking website, streetfighter.com. It's just, I think all the information's fucking here. For fuck's sake. I mean, look. Changes to the application process. Before applying, how you apply for a closed beta, purpose of the closed beta, changes since the first closed beta test. Big one here. All the things, all new features, all the training mode, battle adjustments. It tells you everything. What's available in a closed beta test? The content is the same as a first closed beta test. Playable content, everything. The playable characters, the playable stages, the avatar creation, available features and all that shit. Everything tells you. He just doesn't bother his fucking lazy arse to check himself. He's delivering false information to his audience for his beta, where he could easily be fucking disclosing this information if he bothered to do any fucking research whatsoever. He is a lazy bastard. This motherfucker doing a lazy pose right now, fucking sleeping, dreaming of fucking money flying in from every single fucking direction. This is a motherfucking lazy bastard who's fucking just constantly got his mind on spending that money in WWE Champions. Reminder to those that joined late, Phil has spent at least $446 on WWE Champions since yesterday. Just in case you weren't aware. And yeah, Phil is doing the Q&A again, it looks like. Phil's doing his Q&A feature of his stream, I think. So I don't actually like it when Phil is using this Q&A feature of his chat, because I think it really slows him down and I think it hurts Bingo. But that's just my greed, I guess.
If it's the same characters, I'll be honest, that will be a little disappointing. I would hope that they would put newer characters into the beta, and not all the same ones from the Wave 1 beta. But if they do, it's not the end of the world. Certainly, I didn't play with Ken. I didn't try Kimberly, and I'd probably like to re-explore characters like Ryu and Guile and a few others. So we'll see what happens. But all weekend is Street Fighter 6 fun, okay? And then, obviously, when that's done, then Monday and Tuesday next week, we get back to the regular schedule. So Thursday, Monday, Tuesday of next week will be the days when I'm playing games like God of War and Pokemon and Warzone, okay? Okay. That covers pretty much everything I wanted to talk about in regards to the schedule. There's no gaming news today to speak of. I checked. Nothing's going on. There's still, people still talking about the Game Awards and stuff. But right now, I think people are just waiting for this last batch of new releases to come out to really have something to talk about. For now, it's pretty dead out there. Please remember the members' goal. And the reason I say this is because a membership bomb expired. I guess there was a bomb of around 10 to 15 members that I guess had come in around a month ago, and it expired. So a few of you may have lost your memberships, which means basically we dropped by 10, 15, and now we're down to around 100 left to hit our members' goal for the month. Remember, this month, the members' goal is the return of the Viewer's Choice playthrough. You guys will be able to nominate, vote, and pick a game for me to do a full playthrough of here on DSP Gaming. This is always an awesome time because I usually get exposed to things that normally I'm not even aware exist out there. There's a lot of fun playthroughs that never would have been possible if it hadn't been things you would pick for Viewer's Choice. All right, so please consider becoming a member, renewing your membership if it expired, or 'tis the season of giving. If you want to help your fellow viewer and hey, gift a few memberships to the channel, right? Membership bombs are available, and I'm sure people will be absolutely, positively excited to get a gifted membership during this time of year, okay? So there.
He said positive. That is another bingo. Fucking hooray for that. He said positive. So we're doing quite well. This is a strong card.
There you go. But we are running out of time. At this point, we're almost halfway through the month. And around the third week of the month, I want to say it was right before the end, so probably that last week around Christmas time, is when that member bomb that we got last month is going to expire.
I am going to fucking tell you right now, that member bomb, which is right in the stream in case I miss anything when we go back to it, but that member bomb will expire Christmas Day. The 25th of November is when Phil got his 113 members given to him. So when Phil's early present from Santa will be losing 113 members, and he is going to be hoping, he is going to be praying, he is going to be fucking on his hands and knees that his fucking audience will have given him at least 100 members between now and Christmas Day so he can hit his goddamn member goal, at least one of them. Or why is it going to be a very dark and lonely Christmas in the Burnell household? The Snortfort won't know what hit. They won't have hit their fucking January goals. And Phil will be feeling all morose and sad. And he will be wondering, I guess, people didn't... He'll be looking for something to blame. It's like, maybe the audience didn't want viewer's choice after all. Why did I try and suggest... He'll blame his audience for suggesting viewer's choice. So if Phil doesn't hit these goals, which he probably will, but if he doesn't hit these goals, he is definitely going to blame the audience for even suggesting viewer's choice when it's clear there's not enough interest and demand for it, if that is the case. Well, yeah, I can close this now. Hang on. But, yeah, it's just... It's hard to see Phil not hitting this goal, especially with the amount he begs. He is begging profusely. And there is a point to be said there when the closer we get to Christmas, the more likely it is somebody is going to, one of his fucking dent-headed, deep-pocketed whales will say, okay, Phil, here you go. Here's Merry Christmas, everyone. Here's a whole bunch of memberships. There we go. So Phil will hit his fucking goal, without a doubt, in my opinion. But it's just fun seeing him squirm.
For the end, like for probably that last week around Christmas time, is when that member bond that we got last month is going to expire. And if that happens, that means that we're going to dip below and we're not going to be able to hit the goal for the month. So if you've been holding out, you've been thinking about becoming a member, now would be a good time to think about it and do it. All right? Let's hit that goal. All right.
If you've been holding out, if you've been fucking holding... How dare you fucking hoard your fucking money before you, instead of giving it to me sooner, you fucking idiot fucking chat. How dare you hold out on me? Blackgrunt says, so he's approaching, what, 4K WWE in the last 4 weeks? To be honest, I'm fucking losing count. It's beyond that, I think. It's actually beyond 4K. Because you had like $2,500 like in one session, and then you had like $1,500 in another, so that's $4,000 right there. It's probably closer to 5K than 4K within the last month or so. Really, it's one of those things where we're going to have to ask TJ. TJ Gamebox would probably have a good, accurate idea of, because he's obviously tracking the thing together and, himself, so he might have a better understanding of the whole metrics, and I think he might keep tabs on it as well. I'm not entirely sure, don't quote me on that, but I think he might keep tabs on how much he's spending per month on that. But I will try and find out a good estimation. All I know is that the new events start every Friday. So Phil, since yesterday, has spent $446 on this latest event.
Outside of that, I'm just trying to think, is there anything else I really want to talk about today? I mean, not particularly. What we could do is say thank you to Jared. Jared did a super chat this morning. He says the Callisto Protocol had a secret ending scene. You skipped it at the end for a DLC when it comes out. Huh? I did see, well, I saw an ending scene, but I don't know about a secret ending scene. I don't know about that. I think we saw the main ending, right? Unless there was some weird secret criteria you had to do to fulfill to get it. I don't know. Anyway, it definitely seemed like it was set up for a sequel if they wanted to do one. So, all right, guys, that's all I got. All right, that's literally all I got. So here's what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to do Q&A with you, and we're actually going to use the Q&A system here on YouTube. So how does it work? I open this up, and it says start a Q&A. All right. You now will see an option to submit a question for Q&A. All right? Submit your questions. I will select a question, pin it to the channel, and answer it. And I will do that for a while until I get bored. Now, I will not be able to see your normal chat. Okay? I won't be able to see your normal chat. I can only see questions you guys submit for Q&A. So, for this segment, it's literally just me focusing on and answering questions. Okay? Oh my god, excuse me. So, Carlos is there a Q&A option now? Yes, that's what we're using right now. It's a new option. Robert Tonio says, do you think streamers were more unfair or biased with their Elden Ring reviews or Callisto reviews? I'll select that question so it gets pinned temporarily. Well, it's the same situation, but opposite reasons. Elden Ring, at the time that it came out, was considered the most accessible Souls game ever made. Why? Because it had summons, and the summons allowed you to have these assist characters that would come out.
Sorry to interrupt, Phil was rambling, but I need to rewind and make sure I didn't miss anything.
Robert Tonio says, do you think streamers were more unfair or biased with their Elden Ring reviews or Callisto reviews? I'll select that question so it gets pinned temporarily.
I was waiting to see if Phil said comment, but I guess I didn't say comment. I'm sorry.
Enemies, and basically make it more viable for those who weren't very good at the FromSoft formula of gameplay. It allowed them to learn the FromSoft formula of gameplay so that they could actually adapt and get better at the game. And
hold on one more second. Was that a siege mode? It's almost siege mode. It's not quite. Like, I'll see, because I have full screen on my other monitor, so it's like, It's hard to tell if Phil's in siege mode sometimes.
Elden Ring, at the time that it came out, was considered the most accessible Souls game ever made. Why? Because it had summons, and the summons allowed you to have these assist characters that would come out in a lot of cases would distract bosses, one-shot enemies, and basically make it more viable for those who weren't very good at the FromSoft formula of gameplay. It allowed them to learn the FromSoft formula of gameplay.
So you see, that's why I thought maybe siege mode, because his arms were kind of looking like they were kind of going over, but it's not. It's not quite siege mode yet. Almost.
Okay? So that they could actually adapt and get better at the game. And I feel like Elden Ring, for a lot of people, because it was one of the easier games in the series, because of all the accessibility and crutch kind of features, let's be honest, is what they were, that more people played it and beat it than any other FromSoft game. Undoubtedly, it sold in droves way more than any other FromSoft game. Previously, FromSoft games had always been seen as like the barrier to people playing hard games. Like, if you beat a FromSoft game, good for you, you proved your mettle. But a lot of people couldn't do it, and they was like, well, I'll guess that's just not my cup of tea. But a lot of people played Elden Ring and were like, oh, I can actually do this because of this and this and this that was added, you see? So, Elden Ring became virally popular for positive reasons in the gaming journalism community, right? While Callisto Protocol is literally the opposite. Callisto Protocol took a genre of game that, yes, was difficult, but in a lot of ways had become more and more accessible and easy to play in recent years, and actually made it hard again. There's no, pussyfooting around survival in the Callisto Protocol. You just got to get good. You got to master the dodge system. You got to learn the combination of attacks to kill these enemies. In fact, by the end of my playthrough yesterday of Callisto Protocol, I actually realized there's a perfect combination, all right? You got to grab them with the grip, slam them against the wall. When they're stunned, run up, do a melee combo, shoot them. As they're stunned from the shot, stomp them, and then they die. If you're
thank you to Aidan Kensington, who says, Phil said you see, I missed it. So yeah, I'm going to tick that. That's a bingo, by the way. Very big vertical line down the middle. So Phil said you see, which is another bingo. We are 6 away from a full house, and Phil's only 4 snorts away from a free space. This is going quite well. But yeah, thank you very much, Aidan Kensington, for letting me know. I can't tag him, but it's alright. It works for me anyway. My name is Orange because you tagged me, but I'm reading chat as well to find what I mean. And yes, it's easy for me to keep up as well. I do encourage people to tag my name just in case, so it stands out more. But I'm still reading chat as well, to be fair. So I do keep tabs on things. But I do appreciate all the saying. Thank you very much.
If you don't do that exact combination, slam, melee, combo, finisher, stomp, any enemy at the end of the game can immediately get right back up and mutate into one of the very, very super tough enemies that's like a mini boss. So you have to do that. Like, you have to learn that. Most people don't want that. They want a game where you can run and gun, have a million weapons, and I have an insane surplus of ammo and health, and oh, look at me, I'm like a human fucking...
Are you fucking serious, Phil? Do I need to get the Metal Gear Solid fucking clip again? Metal Gear Solid 3? What was it I searched? My kind of game. My type of game. What was that search again? I think it was my kind of game.
I just want you guys to understand that means
21 results. Yeah, my kind of game. Here we go. It was this. Fuck me, man.
my life has been tough.
So,
This game just became my kind of game.
so there we go. This infamous little clip here.
When I read a message like that, it makes me feel like
What's she doing? Whoa. Got him. Shoot the fucker. Yeah, shoot his face. Now we're talking. Now this game just became my kind of game. Let's do this.
An on-the-rails shooter with unlimited ammo. Also, I know Metal Gear Solid 3 is not all that. This one fucking segment was that in particular. And yeah, Phil was overjoyed at the fact that it suddenly became his kind of game. And the comments were brutal to him. In fact, I wonder if we can actually... Yeah, here we go. There's Gamer Crew. 10 years ago. Phil, yeah, this is my kind of game. Me, mindless shooting with infinite ammo. And Phil used first-person view in this part. Yeah, that's a good shout as well. Mindless, wanton, shoot at hit, on-rail shooting is Phil's kind of game. Sounds about right. Though, to be fair, this was a fun part. The chase scene got completely screwed up with third-person camera. It pulled it so high. What was it? Yeah, this probably was the only part the DSP thought he did something productive when the game does most of the shit for him. There you fucking go. But it doesn't really matter if Herschel hits something or not, don't forget that. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think it's possible to fail this part. Yeah, a lot of people gave him so much shit for this, you know. Especially this, you know. My kind of game. How many views has this got? This fucking part? 9.4k views for a video that came out 28th of January 2012. Almost 11 years old, this video. Chris Tank says he's most likely one of the shittiest human beings on the entire planet. Yes, it's a good possibility. He's up there for sure, he's up there. But, yeah. Phil fucking bitching and whining about this guy fucking, I mean, there's a track record of Phil's preferred type of game. It is usually things like walking simulators or whatever, you know, things that he finds are easy. If you don't have to fucking react to fucking fast hit, he'll usually be quite fucking happy. And as long as he can fucking ignore the game for the most part and talk to his audience and let the contribution roll in, that is also a sign of a good game in video game land for Phil.
Like, you have to learn that. Most people don't want that. They want a game where you can run and gun, have a million weapons, and I have an insane surplus of ammo and health, and, you know, oh, look at me, I'm like a human fucking super god character that's just slaughtering everything around them. That's, sadly, what people have kind of been desensitized into expecting with survival horror these days. That's where these games have gone over the years. Or walking simulator. That's the other thing. A game where, oh, you're in a haunted house or a haunted area, and something's after you, but you can't fight it, so you have to hide and then read a bunch of fucking story logs, right? And that's the game. So it's kind of the opposite. Elden Ring became so easy and accessible that everyone played it, and therefore everyone praised it. Callisto Protocol literally went in the opposite direction. It became harder to play. It added more challenge, a whole new gameplay element in the dodge melee system. People didn't like that. They just wanted the stuff they knew. They wanted to feel familiar, and they wanted to be able to turbo through the game and not be challenged. And that's why so many content creators rage quit it, very famously on their own streams and content, and looked like a bunch of sissies. And that's why journalists panned it, claiming that it was too hard and relied too much on old style gameplay. I'm serious. I read reviews that said it's too old school. No, what you mean is it's challenging again. They stopped being, you know, wimps about it and said, hey, get good at this combat engine because that's true survival horror, as opposed to having 5 million crutches, which is not what survival horror is all about, right? So, do I think streamers were more unfair and biased with Elden Ring or Callisto? It's kind of opposite polar things. The game was so easy in Elden Ring that they loved it. The game was so difficult in Callisto, they hated it. So in reality, it's equivalent, just in different directions. Do you understand? And that's where the bandwagons came from. Seriously, that's where gaming is going. And I think we have to sadly accept this, that the easier the game is now, people are going to praise. The harder the game is, they don't like it. And you say, well, FromSoft the exception. Yes and no, because now even FromSoft put the crutches in there so anyone could beat their games. So now, I would say it's across the board, right? Seriously. And that's sad. You know, I'm not demanding ultra hard games at all. All I'm saying is just because a game is difficult or institutes something new that makes it more difficult or challenging doesn't mean it's bad. You know, maybe it's just not for everyone. Doesn't mean it's a bad game, and it certainly doesn't deserve to be panned on Metacritic. Okay? By the way, I'm going to close my window a little bit because it's actually getting cold in here. Okay.
I actually admitted this last year. I'll say it again. I actually do play some mobile games.
By the way, if you're wondering why my pants are falling off, look at this. Look how big these are. Look how big these pants are on me. Look. So.
Oh my God, that could easily... Yeah, no, that's... I mean, this is just... I mean, the amount of ideas that came into my fucking head.
How big these pants are on me. Look.
Nope, still can't find my penis.
So, these sweatpants I bought when I was at my biggest, about a little under 10 years ago, when I was really heavy, and before I lost...
Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much to Heinz for super chat. It says, sissy, a soft, timid or oversensitive person, or a boy or man viewed as being overly interested in things traditionally associated with women. Reminder that Phil is a proud ally. Yeah, Phil, as usual, using hateful slurs on his stream to describe other people. Of course, YouTube don't give a shit about this, you know what I mean? They give Phil a free pass to say whatever the fuck he wants, so there you fucking go. But, yeah, good reminder from Heinz there that Phil does pretend to be a proud ally to people when in actual fact he is anything but. He just likes to pretend to be a proud ally just so he can get money from people like that, just so he doesn't piss anyone off.
About a little under 10 years ago, when I was really heavy, and before I lost all the weight, and they don't fit me. The only way to even get them to stay on, I have to like tie or double knot the waistband. But the thing is, all my other clothes are in the wash. My wife actually is she either did clothes, but they're still in the laundry room and didn't fold them yet, or they're being washed today. So all my pants that fit me don't fit me. So these are like falling off my body. It's hilarious. Okay, so that question is answered. Hold on, because I did get a tip. An anonymous tip, $3.33. This person says, have you heard about the phenomenon of quiet quitting in the U.S. workforce? And if so, what are your thoughts? I don't know what that means. I don't know what quiet quitting means. I mean, I can tell you what it sounds like. It sounds to me like if people are in a job where they just feel like the job sucks or it's not worth their time, they just don't come back. They don't actually quit. They just never return to the job, right? And, you know, if that's the case, that's your prerogative. In the United States, we have what's called at-will employment. If you don't know what that means, it basically means that most jobs in the United States that are not considered salary contract jobs, basically, if you're working an hourly job, at any moment, you can quit the job and walk away. And at any moment, an employer can terminate you and say you no longer have the job, but they have to justify the reason of termination to make sure that it's not something that's considered discrimination, like sexism, racism, you know, discriminating against you because of your orientation, stuff like that. They can't do it for those discriminatory reasons. But if they like, hey, you don't show up to work on time, your work ethic isn't good, you know, things like that, they can just terminate you immediately. Okay, so that's at-will employment. Basically, there's no commitment to keeping you on the job, but there's also no commitment from you that you have to keep working there. So at any moment, you could just walk and be like, this job ain't worth it. What's the song? Take this job and shove it, right? Take this job and shove it up your fucking ass because you don't pay enough. The work hours suck. You're an asshole boss. Fuck off. I'm never coming back. They literally don't have to quit. You could just walk off the job with no repercussions. So if that's what you mean by this whole, you know, silent quitting or whatever, then I can understand why it's happening. What happened is during COVID, people finally realized something. Oh shit, we don't have to go to a physical building and do a shit job. A lot of these companies can operate just from us working from home. Why the fuck do we have to listen to this bullshit of them telling we have to be in a physical office, and we have to do this kind of office hours, and we have to do this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people realized that when the whole service industry was closed because of COVID, that those jobs are not worthwhile jobs to have. How many people in the United States have to hold 2 or 3 part-time jobs and juggle between them just to make ends meet? That's ludicrous. What happens to the days where you can have one job, work enough hours to make a fucking reasonable living wage?
No. I don't. Phil has not got any fucking. He is not entitled to have an opinion on the working conditions of most American people or most people in general. He is not going to fucking pretend to understand the struggles of what it's like to fucking juggle 2 or 3 fucking jobs at once. He cannot fucking do that. When he sits in his fucking arse and waits for fucking donations to roll in from fucking morons because he's playing a game poorly and fucking begging for fucking money every single fucking day, he has not got the fucking right to pretend to understand the fucking struggles of people that are fucking working 2 or 3 fucking jobs. Nah, Phil, don't even fucking pretend to be that fucking person. You have no idea. Hell, I have no idea. I work one fucking job. I'm happy to have that fucking job. Yes, it used to involve going into fucking Glasgow every day. I didn't mind that, it was okay. I can work from home now, that's also a thing, but I'm actually going to do a thing where I'm going to juggle in between. I am going to transition, I'm going to work from home sometimes, and I'm going to go to office sometimes, because the fact of the matter is, as convenient as it is working from home, there's also some pros and cons to it, and the fact of the matter is, it's also good to try and get back into some sort of normality with your lives, you know what I mean? So it's kind of normal to obviously, you know, you get up a bit earlier, you make yourself look more presentable, for example, and you get to work in your actual smart work clothes, and you just go and just do your job and whatever, and you get more social interaction as well because your actual colleagues are there as well and all that stuff. This is the thing, there's pros and cons to it. Phil's pretending like, oh, working from home is just the easiest thing in the world and that's what everyone should fucking do. No, there's a lot of pros and cons to it. Cities as well in general do actually need the business, they actually need the people to come out and support, you know, because obviously it's like all these cities do have things, they have these office buildings to fill, you know, like cafes and restaurants as well in these cities that do require office workers to go and give them their business. So if all the employees are actually home, city centres can actually end up dying. So it's one of those things where it's like this. The pressure shouldn't be on the fucking employees, of course. You know, if they want to work from home, you can, and I think it's a good option to have for people. But it's one of those things where there's pros and cons, as I said before. Phil has no earthly fucking clue what it's like, though. He's been sat in his fucking arse for 14 years now, waiting for people to fucking pay him money to play games poorly. Yes, at first it was Machinima that was giving him fucking money for views, so he was pumping out videos on a fucking daily basis, a fucking hourly basis sometimes. He was just fucking video after video after video, spamming people's fucking inboxes with like 30, 40, 50 videos per day. Yes, it was that fucking bad. 10-minute videos Because you couldn't fucking go record longer than 10 minutes and upload longer than 10 minutes back in the fucking day. So Phil was spamming these fucking videos in 10-minute chunks, hitting record and stop record every 10 fucking minutes on his camcorder while he plays a game on his couch, staring at TV with the camera pointing towards the couch, like the TV. This is what it was back in the day for Phil. 10-minute increments, record this part and then stop recording after 10 minutes, then start recording again for the next part. And then you just upload all that some bit straight to YouTube, part by part, and wait for the fucking views to come in, because he was playing these games immediately. He was playing these games day one. He was playing these games not because they're a good level quality of fucking gameplay, because he was usually one of the first ones to play it, because he was just out rushing that content out there for the masses to consume. Phil has no earthly idea what it's like to fucking actually juggle 2 jobs or 3 jobs, whatever shit, just to fucking make ends meet. And the fact that he's pretending to fucking understand that struggle is fucking just, it just annoys the fuck out of me. I'm not going to pretend to understand that struggle, because I'm not in that situation. I have one full-time job. I'm happy to have that one full-time job. I'm lucky to have that one full-time job, in my opinion. But I'm not going to fucking pretend to understand what it's like to juggle 2 or 3 jobs. I've seen my old man, my dad, juggle jobs all the time, but he was a grafter, he was a worker, he had to work, you know, he was like built like that, you know, but he had his day job, and then he had a night job as well. You know, he fucking barely fucking slept at times, I felt, you know, but that's just the way he was wired. But some people are like that, and some people just aren't. Phil has a fucking absolute fucking averse reaction to doing any work whatsoever. He's like the polar antithesis. Chris Tank says he's got so much worse since the latest WWE Champions event, don't you think? Yeah, he's really big and hard. It's like it's really hit home how poor support he's going to get this month. I think he's really clocked. You know, so Phil has spent a lot more than usual as well, I think, on WWE Champions events. Going by TG Gamebox's updates anyway, he is spending a lot more than usual on these events because he's got more money than usual, because he had such a generous month the month before. So his last YouTube pay was quite good. D-Dog says he lives that struggle through Cat. She didn't even fold the washing after it was tried. Jesus Christ, if that's... Jesus fucking Christ. But I thought she loved doing stuff around the house. Is it time for lunch doobies yet? Fuck me, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just like annoyed at Phil is fucking pretending to understand what it's like for a fucking person to work 2 or 3 jobs. He has no earthly idea. He has no concept. And to be honest, neither do I. But I'm not fucking pretending to understand that struggle.
It's ludicrous. What happens to the days where you can have one job, work enough hours to make a fucking reasonable living wage, and have a nice life? I guess those days are gone, right? Because America now has changed where everything favors the corporations and the rich owning them, rather than the people who actually work at them to keep them working. So, what's happened is a lot of these companies are in desperate need for employees. But the employees are like, fuck this. They get hired. They work there for a week, and they're like, no, so let me get this straight. You told me I'm going to get a certain amount of hours. Immediately, I don't get those hours, right? You told me I'm going to get training. I start the job. No one trains me, right? I literally walk on the job. I'm expected to be doing things. I don't know how to do them, right? And I'm there for 2 weeks. It's chaos. Why the fuck do I want to stay? What are you, an asshole? I'm leaving. And then they just quit. They don't even quit. They just never come back. They just ghost the job, right? That's been happening a lot in America. I don't blame those people who are doing those jobs for doing that. I really don't. Because these corporations essentially exploited the workforce for decades. And now the workforce is striking back, saying, fuck you, right? Enough is enough. We don't want these shit jobs. If you make the job more attractive, meaning you'll actually treat it seriously, pay us more money, give us set hours, give us healthcare, train...
Shut the fuck up, Phil. I mean, how about this, Phil? How about you actually understand what silent... I don't know what silent quitting is either. I'm not going to pretend to understand what silent quitting means. Instead, I'm going to just very quickly Google the fucking thing. What is a silent quitter? Quiet quitting is an approach to work in which individuals meet the minimum requirements of their job description, but nothing more. No discretionary effort, no going above and beyond. That is quiet quitting, apparently. When you just basically do your fucking job and nothing more. When you meet the absolute bare minimum requirements. So Phil's been rambling about this fucking nonsense for all this fucking time without understanding what the fuck the question was even asking. There you fucking go.
Train us. Then we will reciprocate and give you effort, give you good work ethic, give you an employee that you want to have on your workforce. But these companies don't care. They want to give the absolute bare minimum and then pretend like they're going to get some sparkling, highly trained, amazing workforce that's going to represent them nicely. That's never going to happen. Literally never going to happen. They need to step it up. It's the company's fault that we're in the situation we're in right now, not the workforce's job. It's the fucking corporation. They've been running in like piss poor, you know, haphazard companies for so long, and COVID put an end to that. And now they're all struggling, and they're realizing, oh shit, we got to change for the better. So that, I think that's what's going on. Unless you have something else you want to say about it, I'm not sure. Another tip came in. It's apparently the same person. Quiet quitting is when you work 40 hours a week at your job, but you don't go above and beyond. Oh, then I have no idea what you're talking about. Basically, a quiet quitter does the bare minimum required. Washington Post said approximately 50% of the U.S. workforce is quiet quitting right now. I don't know. That I don't know.
You don't have an opinion, Phil? You don't have an opinion, people just doing their fucking job and only just that job and not going above and beyond to be a good, valuable employee to the workforce? You don't have any opinion to that whatsoever?
Nothing about. I guess, first of all, I mean, I think you're lucky to even get a job in the United States where you get 40 hours. Seriously, from what I've seen, the vast majority of jobs that are out there are either service industry, retail, or a combination of something like that. They're not contracted salary jobs. These are jobs where you're hourly. You're not guaranteed a set amount of hours, and it's insanely hard to make ends meet even trying to maintain a life with those jobs. That's what I see all around me when I go out. I don't see big corporations opening up offices and doing this and that. I don't see any of that. What I see is downscaling of all of that, and all the other lower end shit is what's expanding. So quiet quitting, you do 40-hour minimum work, and I mean, all I can say is this. All right, here's what I can say to that. My only thing I can add to that, because I don't know personally what's going on in the workforce right now. Once upon a time, before I was a YouTuber, I had a job at a company called Helicopter Support.
Oh my god, we're getting a fucking helicopter story again. Guys, I just had to pause very quickly because one of the questions that Phil has pinned, which is coming up later, can you dress nicer on stream? Phil is actually going to answer a question about whether he can dress nicer on his streams. And I'm looking forward to seeing how Phil's going to fucking try and explain how he can't because, oh, it'd be too uncomfortable, I need to fucking dress like this because my back or whatever. It'd be too hot in the office if I put on a shirt and tie or whatever. No, people are not asking for Phil to put on a fucking shirt and tie, they're just asking for him to make a little bit of fucking effort. A nice t-shirt and jeans and whatever is all. The fact that he fucking rocks in and fucking wears like pyjama fucking bottoms, usually fucking half the time, it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, Phil. Just make it a little bit of a fucking effort. If you're going to put yourself on fucking camera, then at least try and look a bit fucking presentable to the fucking world. Yeah, the Mox chat is definitely primed and ready. That's what I'm sure.
I was hired for a desk job to be a customer service representative. I was supposed to be the go-to guy for a company that operated a helicopter if something went wrong with their copter. Oh, their copter's breaking down, their copter needs maintenance, it needs some parts. Whatever it may be, they would call me. I was the middleman who would then contact repair facilities or parts manufacturers, and I would get them what they needed for their helicopter so they didn't have to do any of that work. I would do it all for them. I was their one-stop shop helicopter support. Get it? That's the name of the company. That was my job for 2 years. All right? And then after 2 years of doing that, I basically was pulled aside by upper management in the company and told that I was part of the new wave of employees at this company who were going to go above and beyond, and you were no longer just going to be a customer service rep. We were going to train you to do work called continuous improvement, achieving competitive excellence, or ACE for short. And what we were going to do was make you someone who understood the high-level processes at a company like this company. And you would be able to look at them from start to finish and map out that process and measure each step of each process to say, this is the problem in the process that makes it take so long. Let's fix it. Let's make it more efficient. Let's redesign it. I went through at least 80 hours of just like classroom training. I sat in on 2 to 3 projects. I participated and ran at least 2 projects myself. I redesigned entire processes at this company. And you might say, what am I getting at here? So I worked for corporate America. I was supposed to be a 40-hour-a-week salary employee. I very frequently worked more than 40 hours a week. I was expected to do my regular customer service rep responsibilities while I was also essentially doing a second job as this achieving competitive excellence employee, ACE. Okay? I did 2 jobs for the price of 1. And I did that for 4.5 years. And then that last year that I was there, I redesigned an entire process within the company, the repairs process, the process by which they would bring in a broken helicopter part, figure out where it needs to go for repair, get it repaired, get it back, and get it back to the customer, okay? I redesigned the whole process to streamline it and save this company likely tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars a year because of the way that it was streamlined and made more efficient. After I was done with the project, I was presented with an award. Here is your award saying thank you for going above and beyond, because we know you don't get paid for this. You're a customer service rep, but thank you. Thank you for going above and beyond. Here's your award for finishing the project. When the project was done, The company reorganized. They put me into a department that had nothing to do with what I did, the materials department, where they expected me to start ordering parts and shit that I'd never done before. Within 1 month, they laid me off. That was the end of my tenure at the helicopter company. Okay? So I worked there for 4.5 years. For 2 years, I did my job. For 2.5 years, I busted my fucking ass doing 2 jobs at once and never got paid an extra dime for it. And then when I was done getting my ass put through the ringer to save this company money, they laid me off. Are you surprised that there's quiet quitting employees? Why the fuck would you care? These companies don't care about you. All they want is their bottom line. They want profit. They want their stock price to go up. They want the rich to get richer. Because the thing is, a lot of these companies start small. And the moment that they become these giant corporate entities and they go public, etc., that's the end of that. Then it becomes the almighty dollar, and that's all they give a fuck about. And this happens over and over and over in America and other places too. It's not just America. This is how corporate entities operate for the most part. Very rarely would you find a corporation that employs a ton of people and actually you find out, wow, this is a good corporation that takes care of its people. They get good healthcare packages. They get benefits packages. They get treated well. They get maybe paid time off or maternity leave or whatever. It's a rarity when you hear of a company that actually wants to retain its employees rather than just churning them around like a fucking cog in a wheel, right? You're just a piece of the machine. And if you break, we throw you out and we just get another fresh, shiny cog to replace you. It's such a rarity. And I've been there, done that. Let me tell you, that's one of the worst feelings I've ever had in my life. I overworked myself for several years just to be told you're worthless, get the fuck out. And I didn't get paid $1 for it. Yeah, that's corporate America. So, quiet quitting, you know, not shocking if what you're saying is...
Well, you only got a job in the first place because your daddy. Your daddy was a fucking manager and made sure you fucking got work at the fucking place he worked at first, that he earned his place. His father earned his fucking role there. Bill got in because of his fucking daddy and his daddy's influence. And they fucking put him in some fucking department where he was basically a fucking secretary. And obviously because the company, apparently the company was doing so fucking well because of all Phil's efforts that it went fucking out of business several fucking years later. Phil fucking probably made things far worse than the company before. My guess is that Phil just drove that company to the fucking ground and they're trying to get rid of him before he fucking made things worse.
It's true and actually happening. I wouldn't be shockingly surprised to hear that that's what's going on in America right now, with knowing how these companies operate. Okay. All right. We got another $5 tip. Oh, here you go. So this is an anonymous $5 tipper. All right. First of all, since it's a $5 tip, thank you for that. You get a nice animation here. Play that for you. Happy holidays to the anonymous tipper. Once the animation goes through, there we go. Let me get that on the leaderboard. And this person says... I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm currently working at Amazon. They just do whatever the hell they want. You usually have no life when you work there. Yeah, and you know, Amazon actually has been one of the worst reported companies for this kind of employee abuse. That they give you insanely unreasonable quotas. You must do this much work today, whether it's delivering packages, processing things on an assembly line, you know, for shipping, whatever it may be. You must do this unreasonable amount of work today. Good luck doing that and taking a break, which is what would be expected of a normal job. You know, good luck doing that and not even do, like there's cases of people overworking themselves and harming themselves, like getting hurt on the job. And then Amazon went to them and said, well, you see, you got hurt because you didn't listen to our safety criteria. And the person's like, if I listened to your safety criteria, I would never hit the quota you expect from me. And what happens? Get rid of them, toss them out the fucking door, get someone else right back into that position who's not going to bitch about the job. And that's how Amazon operates. And then, by the way, at the end of the holiday season, all you people who just got hired for 2 months, we don't need you anymore. Fired, out the door. Maybe we'll see you next October, right? That's how they work. That's corporate America. Anyway, thank you for the tip, but enough about corporate America. Let's see what else people have on their minds today. Let's get back to some questions. Here we go. Let's see here. Cypress VR asked the following. As you mentioned obstacles that PC gamers have to face with optimization. My question is, do you see any person owning a PC for gaming in 2022? Now, admittedly, I've been out of the PC gaming circle for an incredibly long amount of time. I used to be a PC gamer. In the late 90s, early 2000s, for a 3-4 year span there, I had several gaming PCs that I built myself, and I had networked in my parents' house. In one room, I had one, and the other one, the other side of the house, I had the other, and I would have my friends come over, and we would play games like Quake and Unreal Tournament together over the internet, which was really fun. And I was an enthusiast. Admittedly, I like buying parts and, you know, putting them into and upgrading the RAM and stuff like that. It was pretty neat. You know, I could play the top of the line games. You couldn't play those games on console back then, right? That was the advantage. Is back then, the games that were PC games just were not console games. Console games were so behind the curve when it came to games back then. Today, consoles and PC are pretty close, I would argue. Yeah, PC is always going to beat console. Why? Because PC can always have the biggest top-of-the-line parts. The new graphics card, the new fastest hard drive, with it's always, you can go a little bit further or better with a PC. And a console is not upgradable. You buy the Xbox Series X, you buy the PS5, it is what it is. Besides maybe the hard drive space, you can never really upgrade that thing, right? Stuck in how it is for many years that it's available for sale. So what's the advantage of having a PC? I would say, number one, having at least the option to have the absolute best gaming experience. It's only an option, though, because in some cases, like we just saw with Callisto Protocol, a game dev may have a problem getting their game to work on PC configurations, and then you didn't get that advantage. But, sometimes you do, right? Also, there are PC exclusive games that you can only play on there or are considered optimized for PC. For example, Activision Blizzard. Most games they pump out are usually...
Who cares what Phil's got to say? He said example. Fucking array, we've got a fucking triple bingo. That is a triple bingo with Phil saying example. Diagonal, horizontal, and vertical, oh my. A triple bingo, we are 5 away. So yeah, the 3 horns get played because of triple bingo. So yeah, that's... it feels a bit awkward playing it fucking 3 times in a row, but there you fucking go. We are 5 away, as I said from a full house. We need Phil to mock his chat, which is very likely to happen because he's got a question there about him dressing better on stream. Him saying dude, that could be a bit hit or miss. Him doing siege mode where he folds his arms when he talks to you also could be a bit hit or miss. No exaggeration, and comment. To be honest, I think we're going to need a couple of free spaces here to have a chance of getting a full house.
Are considered optimized for PC. For example, Activision Blizzard. Most games they pump out are usually optimized for PC. Whether you're talking your World of Warcrafts, your Diablos, even your Hearthstones, okay? Yeah, you can play those on other venues, but mostly optimized for PC. Also, something that should be called out that a lot of people don't realize. When games are on PC, frequently modders modify those games for so many different things that make them different experiences. For example, accessibility mods can make a game that normally was not accessible to people who can't play it in other forms. For example, I know for a fact, Super Blind Man, for the longest time, was able to play Hearthstone because of accessibility mods on PC. And if they didn't exist, he never would have been able to experience that game. They didn't have those mods on the other versions of the game, you see? So, mods are a huge thing on PC. But overall, is there like, oh my god, the overwhelmingly definitive reason why if you are into gaming, you absolutely must have a high-end gaming PC? I think the reasons are declining. I do. I think what's happening is that at one point, yes, there was a million reasons, and now when you got simultaneous release of games on console and PC, and we're seeing frequently the PC version has issues, those reasons that to have that PC are dwindling by the minute. And, it's never going to go away. You're always going to have this community of people who are totally into PC building and gaming and all of that, and that's fine. I'm not here to say anything negative about that community. More power to you. If you have the time, the means, the resources, the money to keep upgrading and that, go for it. Go for the optimized gaming experience, right? But what game is the best-selling game every year? Call of Duty. Where does Call of Duty sell the vast majority of its copies? Console. And that's the trend that's been happening, and that's the trend that continues to happen, is that PC is on the decline when it comes to gaming. And oh my god, they don't want to hear facts. They just want to, live in their own fantasy realm. These people who are so hardcore into it. It's true. Console is where gaming has gone, or...
I mean, I feel like I should check that information if it's even publicly available. Let me have a quick Google. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, copies sold per platform. I'm not even sure if it's going to tell me what I wanted to tell me. No, that's not going to fucking tell me, I think. Nah, it's just I've got numbers overall, but I don't have fucking breakdowns. You guys can't see, I think it's okay, don't worry. I don't know. I don't even know how I'd Google that question to try and find out only if it's, how much it's sold on, per fucking, platform, PC sales compared to fucking Xbox sales compared to PlayStation. I have no idea how to even Google that question for Modern Warfare specifically. Phil was just pulling a figure out his fucking ass, as usual, pretending he has seen something when he's not actually seen something. He's guessing something.
Mobile games. Oh my god, right? We have seen the last...
I did not expect him to suddenly just fucking start smashing his phone and talk about mobile games. That came out of the blue.
on the decline when it comes to gaming. And oh my God, they don't want to hear facts. They just want to, live in their own fantasy realm. These people who are so hardcore anyway. It's true. Console is where gaming has gone, or mobile games. Oh my God, right? We have seen the last decade, I've seen the insanely exponential, incremental rise of mobile games dominating the market. And that's when you're like, well, what's going to decline then? It's going to be PC that's going to decline. The most expensive, inaccessible way to play games will be the one that will decline. This is by far the most accessible way to play any games. Put it on your...
Please, if you tip me, do that rather than these super chats and membership. I need that way more, okay?
phone. Console's probably second place. Just buy the console. Now everything works on it. PC's third. So is there really a definitive reason to own a PC, or what is the perk of owning the PC in 2022? I mean, I don't think there's anything new. I think it's the same perks that always have existed, just that those perks are on the decline right now. Maybe that'll change. I don't know. Rodom Electric says, can you dress nicer on stream? Some people have said things like this over the years. They said, Phil, when you stream, you're usually just wearing like a gaming t-shirt, right? And whatever, gym shorts or sweatpants or pajama pants, Why do you dress like that on stream? All right. Well, first of all, let's address this. I'll actually entertain the question fully. I actually will, because I think it's actually a serious question. He might have been joking, but I think it's a question that can be addressed very...
I mean, let's be real. Let's be fucking real. You look like a fucking bum. You come across as a fucking lazy bastard. You come across as not doing this fucking thing seriously whatsoever. Now, I'm going to assume your fucking main reason is comfort. Phil, you're trying to entertain an audience. You're trying to present a professional front. This is your business. Your comfort is not really of anyone's concern. You having to look a little bit nicer shouldn't... Jesus fucking Christ. Let's just see what Phil fucking says. It's going to be comfort. It's going to come down to him just being, a comfy boy. So I can't wear fucking jeans when I'm gaming. I want to be comfortable, and jeans are fucking going outside.
Irrationally, okay? So first of all, when it comes to dress code for work, right? What is a dress code, and why are there dress codes for work? Well, let's be honest here. There's different reasons. Sometimes you have a dress code because it's a dangerous job. What if you work in a factory and you're on an assembly line, and if you got a long sleeve shirt and that shirt gets caught into the assembly line, zoop, there goes your arm, right? So sometimes dress code, like a hard hat or protective goggles or whatever, could actually be for safety purposes. Obviously, I don't think there's not that much here that can hurt me. I mean, maybe if I'm blowing bubbles, a bubble could blow back into my eye, and then I have a little bit of soap in my eye for a little bit that could cause mass irritation. But that's okay, because as you know, I have gunner glasses, so I put those on, and it's protective eyewear. See, I do have protective eyewear for my job. That's why I wear the gunner glasses. You got to prevent things from going in your eyes, or else how else are you going to play video games, right? There's minimal things here that can really put me at risk, so I don't really think that the dress code would be affected by the limitations of what I do for my job, okay? Now, the other reason that there could be a dress code for a job is because a job wants to present a certain image, correct? For example, if you're working for a Fortune 500 company and you regularly do $1 million business deals all over the world, and you want to present yourself as some kind of like a authority on a subject or a business category, and you want to have an air of professionalism, correct? You want to look like this is someone who takes themselves seriously, is not here to just dick around and make a dollar, but instead is here to present themselves as someone who is the tippity top of the line when it comes to some kind of business. You might find someone like that wearing a nice suit, right? A nice formal dress shirt, a tie, a jacket. They might have a dress code. You must be shaven every day. You must have certain hairstyles. You cannot have facial tattoos. You cannot have crazy things all over your body. They might be very, very strict in the dress code that they uphold for their employees, because again, they're trying to present themselves and their company in a certain way that they feel represents their business and could put out this air of, again, authority, professionalism, quality. And if they have someone who comes to work who looks like a disheveled mess, they say, well, that could make you think that the quality of their company is slipping, and therefore they don't allow that. Okay? So there you go. That could be a reason for a dress code. All right? Now, let's be honest when it comes to being a content creator on the internet. All right? Like me. What do I do every day? I do a podcast with you guys for about an hour and a half every morning. We talk about various topics, discussions. Sometimes it's gaming. Sometimes it's just life. Today we're just doing Q&A about life, right? This isn't even about gaming. And then we play games together. All right? Now, if I'm a gamer, if I'm just a guy who does a podcast that really is about nothing, right? The podcast about nothing. I guess I learned from Jerry Seinfeld, the show about nothing. Well, this is a podcast about nothing. That's why it's called the Level 1 podcast. If it was about something, it would be at least the Level 1.5 or maybe the Level 2 podcast. Okay? Maybe one day we'll have a topic. I'll call it the Level 2 Podcast. But I digress. When you come to my content, all right, are you coming here because you're expecting an authority on a type of game to come and talk to you about it? Probably.
You fucking try to... Oh my fucking... This is a long fucking way of just going about saying you can't be arsed to dress up for your fucking stream. This is a long fucking route for you to fucking take just to say I cannot be arsed putting in effort for my audience, so I just wear whatever the fuck I want to my fucking work.
Probably not. Are you coming to DSP Gaming to get high-level strats, to see the best way to succeed in a game? You know what? No. Honestly, what are you coming here for? You want to see a guy who you know is an overall great at games, play games, and tell you what he thinks about them. Right? Or maybe you just like my personality and you just want to chill with me. You want to have a relaxing, fun day, maybe laugh at my misfortunes if I suck at a game, but also have a good interactive time of conversation, you know, on a podcast or just in general, just talking with me on any particular stream, right? Now, if that's the case and that's what you're coming to DSP Gaming for, how should I dress for it? Probably how I would normally dress around a casual atmosphere in my house, because that's essentially what this is. Is this my job? Absolutely it is. But I'm in a unique position. My job is my hobby. You see? Gaming was my hobby my whole life. And then somehow I turned it into my job, and now the two are one. Right? So, do I have to present myself as some kind of an authority figure to any of you on the internet? No, none of you think of me like that anyway. You think of me as like some you know, Joe average guy on the internet messing around. Let's have a laugh with Phil.
I'm fucking counting this as him mocking chat. He is... There's a genuine fucking question his chat asked. Can you not just fucking put an effort into fucking how you look on stream? And he's like, nah, I like being a lazy fucking bum.
Today, let's see what he's doing today, right? No one's thinking this is such an ultra serious thing, and that's fine. Come by, chill, have a good relaxing time with me today, have a laugh, you know, maybe find out my opinion on a game, maybe something funny will happen, maybe not, but you know, we're all gonna have just a relaxing time, and it's a good way to unwind, forget about the troubles of your real life, and just come unwind here on DSP Gaming, right? That's what it's all about. That's the kind of attitude.
No, Phil, fucking people go to your fucking stream sometimes because they actually have real troubles in their fucking life, and then you fucking have to enforce your own troubles on them. You fucking force your own fucking troubles in your real life, which is meant to be separate from your fucking streams, on them. Oh, I've not made as much fucking money this week, or this month, or whatever. Oh, fucking support's been real slow this fucking week, or whatever. I fucking have to make this money to fucking pay this bill, that fucking bill. You fucking force all your real life fucking issues on your goddamn audience are trying to fucking use. People go to fucking YouTube as a fucking form of escape. They fucking chill and unwind themselves. They don't fucking go to fucking YouTube so they can fucking get here or some fucking random streamer fucking ask them for fucking money and help them pay their fucking bills. That is not the way it fucking works, Phil. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Chris Danks, you are talking about War Dog Leader, who is now a detractor. I think that definitely confirmed him as a detractor, but at the time he was kind of like, you know, just, you know, on the fence, I think. But yeah, War Dog Leader was the one that got his you know, was mocked for losing his brother, you know, and Phil even questioned whether he really had a brother or not. That was disgusting. This is when Phil was moping when he got his ass dumped by Liana, and Phil struggled to fucking live by himself and all that shit, you know, and War Dog had the audacity to say, can you not even fucking like make sort of sandwich, you know, put a wee bit of effort in, you know what I mean? Because I lost my brother recently, and I've been able to like do a wee thing like that. And Phil thought the guy was fucking flexing them, you know. He's like, this guy's saying he's so much better than me because he can fucking make himself some food or something. It was a bizarre fucking rant from Phil. And it really did highlight how much of a toxic piece of shit he was. And it still is.
Try to purport here. So if I was sitting here in a full-on business suit, right, looking like I'm a stockbroker.
No one's asking you to fucking wear a fucking suit and tie to play fucking video games. All people are interested in is you put a little bit of fucking effort. Hell, the attire you have, Mr. Differently Abled, it wasn't me that lost my brother, pal, it's okay. Now, this is War Dog Leader I'm talking about. It's okay, I didn't lose anyone. I'm sorry if I fucking lost in translation story there. This story was about War Dog Leader, him losing his brother, and Phil mocked him. This was like years and years ago. It was like 2016 lore. And that kind of story, you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, I haven't lost anyone recently, so don't worry. Mr. Differently Abled, it's okay. But Phil, nobody's asking you to fucking wear a suit and tie to play fucking video games. How about the fucking attire you usually have for your day off? The things that you wear on your day off. Where you fucking have jeans on, you have like a nicer t-shirt on, you look a bit more presentable to the fucking world. Why is that so much a fucking, you know, big demand? Your audience just want you to be fucking wearing something that's not It doesn't know he just fucking crawled out of fucking bed and turned stream on.
Or, you know, fucking one of the men in black, or an FBI agent or something, you know, fucking Secret Service agent, I guess I should say, not FBI agent. It'd be a little different, no? And quite frankly, is that what you expect, or do you care? Like, honestly, the real question here is, the reason people have a dress code is usually for an active purpose, safety, or to push forward some kind of a visual representation of something they want to represent. I'm just a normal guy, so I dress normally. I got a silly, you know, game t-shirt, all little Fallout guys on here, you know, nice comfy pants, right? Do I need to even, yeah, the other thing is too, even if I did dress up, would you even see it? I did dress up. Did you see? 2 times in the last few weeks, for various reasons, I was in jeans and a t-shirt that I actually would have worn out of the house. A little bit more nice. It's not game t-shirt. They were kind of like just more generic t-shirts with designs on them. And I was wearing jeans. That's what I would normally wear outside of the home. Okay? Did you notice? Not until I brought it up. I was like, oh, by the way, guys, I'm wearing jeans. Why? Because you only see me from the torso up anyway. You're not seeing my legs. Did you know I'm barefoot? I'm barefoot most days. I'm serious. I'm barefoot most of the time that I'm in here streaming for you guys. I have no socks on. I'm completely barefoot. Did you ever know that? Did you see my feet? Does it matter? So these are all questions that need to be answered. If I was doing a professional series where I was presenting myself as some kind of an authority figure on something, perhaps I would dress differently. If I'm just a normal guy streaming games, doing a podcast about nothing, I don't need to purport that level of authority or professionalism, because there's no authority or professionalism here. It's just a guy having fun. You know,
remember, this is meaningful content according to Phil. This is all meaningful. He thinks what he does is so fucking meaningful, but he's not going to bother his arse to try and present himself in any sort of fucking way to be, you know, respectable to the fucking audience. No, fuck that shit.
Hobby is my job, you know, so that's why. You know, are there other content creators that probably dress up on a daily basis and really think about what they're going to wear? Probably. I would go as far to say, I bet you there's content creators out there that put makeup on and shit. I'm not just talking, you know, girls and stuff, just normal people. Oh, well, this is I'm on camera now, this is my show, so here we go. I got to look good. I don't give a shit. You know, I just don't care. So,
this is his business, as he likes to remind us sometimes when he's being super serious. This is his livelihood. But he is just saying, this is my hobby as well as my fucking job. There's no professionalism here. You're damn fucking right, there's no fucking professionalism there. That is one thing we can all agree on. There is no professionalism on DSP Gaming whatsoever fucking ever.
You know, I don't really bother with it. Okay? Hold on. Okay. Just to check on something here. Okay, good. No problem. All right, so there's your answer. All right, I received another tip. A $5 tip from an anonymous person. Says, what do you think of Choo Choo Charles? I have no idea what that even means. But thanks for the $5 tip. You know, I have a question for you. Honest question. Why do you think people tip me and or do super chats of things that obviously they know I have no clue what they're talking about? They know that it's not going to get a rise or any kind of intelligent response from me, yet they still contribute to get me to say it. I never understood that.
I mean, we don't try and comprehend how fucking moronic your audience is. You have a bizarre, eclectic bunch of people in that fucking audience who are into some very strange fucking things, and it's fucking a deep dark rabbit hole to go down, and it's just fucking easier for most of us to just just ignore them essentially. By the way, France has scored 2-1 to France, so sacre bleu and all that. France are 2-1 up on England. What a shame.
It's an inside joke. Maybe someone out there is so funny. Oh, Phil said Choo Choo Charles on his stream. Like, what is the deal and why does anyone care? I certainly don't, right? Like, I'm very confused as to why people do that. Like, I appreciate the $5 tip, but if you were just going to say something nonsensical, you might as well just say Happy Holidays or something nice, right? Rather than like, hey, hobbity ba scooba doo. Oh, wow, that was worth saying. I just don't get it. I just never understood it.
I've got a better fucking question for you, Phil. No, I've got a great fucking question for you, right? Here, let's go to Phil's raw tip starter, right? And let's search $100 exactly. Okay? Now, I've got a better fucking question for you, Phil. Let's go from fucking reverse order, right? NDO, not the tip that Phil gets. So Phil got a $100 tip the other night from NDO. And it had a message in it. But NDO's last tip for $100 on Golf and Nights back on the 20th of November, no message. Why would somebody give Phil $100 cash money and not bother to even have a fucking message attached to it? Is that not stranger, Phil? Is that not stranger to you? If somebody gave me $100 and there was no fucking message attached to it whatsoever, I would be going, what the fuck's going on here? Is this even meant for me? I'd be fucking trying to find out what the fuck's going on. I'd be derailing the fuck at my stream because I'd be like, okay, am I meant to have his fucking money or not? So yeah, Phil never questions it though. As soon as Phil gets that money, if there's no message to it, Phil doesn't even bat an eye. He's like, okay, there's money, thank you very much, Andy. Well, sometimes he'll say thanks and sometimes he'll just fucking say random shit like, oh, that's the first fucking tip I've received all fucking month. The first fucking $100 tip I've received all fucking month by a fucking... It's fucking bizarre. The last one as well, what's it, 7th of November. 7th of November, I just want to go back to the fucking previous one. 7th of November again, NDO. The last 3 $100 tips have all been NDO. 7th of November, NDO as well, no message. Before that, email, no message. Fucking Call of Duty Modern Warfare from 28th of October, no fucking message apparently. Anonymous says, I shall fucking message that one. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was the TV shop and he got given $100 by an anonymous person. They should get you a fucking good TV, Phil, and they fucking got a payment plan for it. Team Ico Gamer had a message. NDO doesn't have a message there. Jax Raxer, fucking dumbass bastard man. Jim fucking NDO. NDO very rarely has messages in his contributions. Very rarely does NDO actually bother to include a message in his contributions. That's why last night was so fucking strange, because NDO actually had a fucking message. Happy holidays was a message. Fucking wow.
People do it all the time, though. Parasolo.
D-Dog says, can you say 4 more fucks for me for this fucking godforsaken, fucking lazy-ass, fucking so-called fucking gamer? No.
So do you think we will see a Switch Pro next year? Or a new revision with the same tech? Let me answer the question. Do I think we will see a Switch Pro next year? No! No. If anything, we will see a new revision with the same tech. Nintendo does not care about what its customer base wants. Can I repeat that? Nintendo, the company, does not care what you want. They never did, and they never will. If they did, they would have given it to you a long time ago. Instead, they gave you this, right? They gave you giant floaty touchscreens on the Wii U. They give you the same fucking Switch 4 times with different dimensions and colors. They don't care. They do what they want because they have a fan base that's so rabid, they buy everything that they put out. So why would they ever listen to customer or consumer feedback when they don't have to? They're literally immune to criticism. When people tell them the Wii U sucks, they put this out and people buy this for 3 years. And then they save their ass. It doesn't even make sense, but it happened. It's factually documented that it happened. This right here saved Nintendo for 2.5 years till they got the Switch out. So why listen? Why give people what they want? Do we want a Switch Pro? Yes. Do we want games to run better on Switch? Yes. Will they give that to us? No. They will not. Because people keep buying the junk, they'll keep pumping out the junk. So there's your answer, Parasolo. Thank you for the question. I received a $6.66 tip from, well, it doesn't say. It just says, hey, Phil. Well, hey to you. How you doing? Welcome. Happy holidays. Thank you for the contribution. And let's get you up on the leaderboard. It's the biggest tip, although, again, it's anonymous. You did not put a name. I guess I should remind everyone. If you are going to tip me and you want to have your name on the leaderboard and or get called out, please put your name in the tip. I have no clue what to call you if you don't include your name in the tip. There you go. I received a super chat from Main Vega, who says, you give off really strong David E. Taylor vibes. That's great. I have no clue who that is. But I appreciate your super chat regardless. I'm sure it's probably something ridiculously embarrassing, right? Thank you, Main Vega. Okay. Continuing on. Let's see what else you guys have to ask me today. Shifty's 49ers talk. Have you ever been to Europe? If so, where? Where would you want to go first? Never been to Europe. Would love to go. Would love to do a tour of some of the major places. Like, obviously, I'd like to go to England, France, Italy, maybe Germany. Pick out some of the big countries of Europe that are notable, see some landmarks. But at the same time, I wouldn't want it to just be touristy. Because I think people fall into that whole tourist trap. Oh, I'm going to Paris. I got to see the Eiffel Tower, right? Oh, I'm going to London and I got to see Big Ben. I want to see Buckingham Palace. I would rather do like if there's like food that's really well known, that's good. I'd like to eat the best food. Maybe I'd like to see some of the nice nature sites. You know what I mean?
I can't, you know, the thing is though, I can't even call Phil out for this because I'm kind of the same opinion, you know, when it comes to food. I do have England missed a penalty. Lol. Okay, sorry. Bit distracted by fucking the England game, what can I say? But I said this the other night on stream that I'd love to go to America, but basically just for a fucking tour of fucking food in America. Like I want to sample like the different kind of pizzas, like, you know, Chicago to deep dish pizza. I love to kind of try a Chicago pizza and also New York pizza as well and that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I'd love to go to like Italy and fucking try actual Italian cuisine, proper, genuine, authentic made. You know, Italian cuisine made in fucking Italy, and Germany as well, and even France. Fucking French cuisine would be fucking great, and I wouldn't mind doing the tours of things either. But yeah, I do like my food. I'm a big guy, and yes, it's one of those things where I wouldn't mind trying all sorts of different kind of, you know, foods around the world. You know, obviously I can only live on deep fried assortment of goodies for, you know, for so long until I crave something else. So yeah, but yeah. I can't even fucking shit on Phil for fucking wanting to just fucking try different foods around fucking Europe because it's the sort of thing I probably would enjoy myself.
I like to do something that's more relaxing and enjoyable rather than let's just do the crowded touristy shit that constantly people say you should do. That's probably what I would like to do. So there you go. Thank you for the question. Shady 49ers talk. Where would I want to go first? Probably England, only because that's the closest, right? You go to Great Britain first. That's where you touch down, and then you do your tour. Don't they have like a train that goes across Europe you could take through like a tour of Europe, zoop through all of them? It's probably what I would want to do. Another.
They don't really have one particular fucking train. You know, like they have the tunnel to get you from fucking, you know, England to France essentially. You know, the fucking Channel Tunnel. The Euro, is it called the Eurostar? Isn't it Eurostar, the fucking train? But yeah, they fucking takes you from London to France essentially. To Paris even. But yeah, it's other than that, you're gonna have to fucking organise. There's not just one particular train or one fucking particular track. You have to fucking change across a fucking variety of different places. Actually, just Phil thinks it's like Phil thinks Around the World in 80 Days was based on one guy in one train and a boat or something. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh fuck, man. The thing is, I'm trying to think back to when he played fucking Billy, the geography. Fucking Phil playing geography in Billy, that class. He didn't even know where England was. I'm pretty certain. I'm quite sure he had no fucking clue. I might need to remind myself. I'm tempted to remind myself. Hang on. I'm gonna find the video. I'm gonna fucking find the video, guys. 2 seconds. Give me a second. DSP Billy Geography. There we fucking go. Hang on. DSP. Okay, here we fucking go. Fantastic. I found it.
It's time for another good idea.
Okay, it's always a good idea first, and a good idea is always fucking, you know, very smart. So yeah, we just need to move straight on to Phil playing fucking bingo. Sorry, Phil doing it. So here's Phil playing the fucking thing.
What? Oh, fuck me.
He thought the United Kingdom was in Spain. He thought the United Kingdom was that far down. Jesus fucking Christ.
A fair guess, but I'm afraid it's wrong.
To be fair, he got it right the second time. It just said it was wrong because he wasn't actually on the icon properly. So the second time he actually did get it right. It's just that he screwed up trying to put the flag on, so it called it wrong. But he thought he was wrong because he didn't. This is a second level. He thought he'd clued on by now. The second level of the game is this. You know, this of a geography lessons. The first mission, I believe, was the States of America, and I think the second one was Europe, which is what this is, I believe. So yeah, Phil should have clocked on by now that you have to actually be right on the fucking X to fucking put the flag on.
I don't know anything about Europe. Fuck.
No, I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Oh my god. Well, Paris, I don't know what the Paris Italy, it's telling you. France, this is France. Fucking Finland? Oh, I got Germany.
Heavens!
I don't know what the United Kingdom is. Italy, I know what Italy looks like. It looks like a boot.
Try again.
What? That's bullshit. That's exactly what I did.
No, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. A fair guess.
Did he seriously fucking put the Greece flag up where fucking like Sweden is? Or Norway?
But I'm afraid it's wrong. Helen!
I don't know these at all.
He put Greece here. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but wait, isn't that Finland? Yeah, Finland's next to Russia, isn't it? That's Finland, yeah, okay. So yeah, he fucking put the Greece is down here. This is Greece right here. I know my stuff, I've been to Greece. And he put as far away as fucking possible almost. Jesus Christ, man. Oh my god, he's so fucking moronic.
That idea. No, I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Where's Spain? I knew that. Ireland is one of these.
A fair guess, but I'm afraid it's wrong.
Okay.
Ireland is one of these. Sweet fucking Jesus.
Norway? I don't know these at all, man.
Try again. Heavens!
I don't know.
He actually tried Greece, where Finland is again. He thought, maybe it'll work this time. Maybe if I fucking put Greece where, you know, right at the very top of the fucking map, it'll actually work for me this time, because maybe I just done it wrong last time. Maybe I wasn't quite on the fucking X. Jesus fucking Christ. He has one more guess. He's got 6 seconds left. What's he going to do with his one final guess?
I don't know my geography. Fuck.
He didn't even fucking go on an X. He just fucking put it somewhere. This is, I'm trying to think. Oh, that's Will. I mean, is Ukraine... Technically, I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure Billy recognises Ukraine. Okay, fuck it.
Wow.
So how's it meant to be done? That's what I'm saying, the good idea, bad idea thing. So here's how it's meant to be fucking done. That's a great fucking start, person that's showing you how it's meant to be done. You forgot to click the fucking flag and you fucking missed it.
No, I'm sorry.
Wow, this person didn't actually fucking do a great job of showing you how it's fucking meant to be done.
That is incorrect. Try again. A fair guess.
The thing is, they obviously know where the fucking flags go. It's just they're not on it properly.
But I'm afraid it's wrong.
I need to wait for that wee kind of fucking wee light blue aura to fucking cover, you know, when it's locked in place. There you fucking go, easy. Easy fucking peasy. Norway, and you got your fucking Poland right there, there's Romania, which is down there. Oh, look for Switzerland. No, you're not going for Denmark, but Germany, yep. Yeah, Ukraine's there. Finland on the border of Russia, Sweden, Portugal next to Spain, of course. Switzerland is south of Germany, pal. Is he leaving that to last or something? There you fucking go, Romania is there, Ukraine's there.
You've taken a fine course for yourself, son. Bravo.
Easy fucking peasy. Clive Dale says, as a geography teacher, this is ass cancer. Can we please stop? Okay, we're back to bingo. I just thought I'd show you guys where all the countries actually are in case you were curious of going on a tour of Europe and you only had Phil's bully gameplay as a reference.
$1 tip. Oh, it's just an asshole insulting me, so I'm just going to ignore them. It's a shame. This person does this all the time. They come by and they say dumb shit, so I'm just going to ignore it. Never mind. I shouldn't have said I had the tip until I checked it. My fault. Okay. Jordan says, you know, you run a podcast, but you don't have any guests. Will you ever have guests in the future? Maybe. All right? I'm not going to rule it out. I'm going to say now that we've actually scheduled the Level 1 podcast as something I do every day. Because previously I never even had this on the schedule. I just started doing that. All right, now I say, hey, the show starts, it turns on at 10:45 a.m. The show will start between 11 and 11:15, runs till 12:30. So roughly an hour podcast a day. All right?
No, first of all, Phil just snorted, which means we have a free space of snorts. Second of all, who the fuck's he going to get as a guest? Fucking Jasper. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined today by my esteemed guest here, Jasper. How you doing, Jasper? Meow. Guys, did you hear him say that? Wow, what a guest. Fuck off, Phil. here's a photo from behind of my wife. I didn't realise I was there taking a picture of the back of her head. That's a special guest for fucking today.
Maybe one day I'll have a guest. In fact, I will say this. I actually did want to... I was thinking about having a guest on the show around Christmas time, but I never heard back. So it is what it is. I tried. I reached out, and I...
Oh my fucking god. Who, Phil? Ban that bullshit. I'm pressing X to doubt that one. Let me guess. He asked Kat, honey, do you think it's time for you to stop, boycotting my streams and come back just for Christmas and wish everyone a Merry Christmas? She's like, no, fuck you, Phil, fuck your fucking content, fuck your fucking streams, I'm gonna play my fucking Skyrim, don't you ever dare ask me that again.
Inquired. I was interested in having someone as a guest on the show, and I thought it would be nice for the festive season. All I was gonna do is have this person on to talk Christmas stuff. We're gonna just talk Christmas time traditions, Christmas stuff, and I never heard back. So, what can you do? It is what it is. Sometimes you just don't have enough clout, I guess. All right, let's continue. Am I excited about the new Indiana Jones movie? No. Crystal Skull was so bad, I don't care about the new one. I have no hopes for it. Zero.
I will say, I can understand why a lot of people are not excited about the new Indiana Jones. However, some of that shit was filmed in Glasgow. Some of the scenes were filmed in Glasgow. I remember going into Glasgow and then seeing, why is there so many American flags about? Actually, they were fucking doing up, parts of fucking Glasgow to make it look, like was it 50s or 60s? I think it was late 60s America and New York or whatever. So that's kind of the only reason why I'm kind of looking forward to that new Indiana Jones movie, just so I can see what parts of Glasgow which are included in the movie, which is meant to be passed off as fucking New York or something in the fucking late 60s. Or it is, Jesus, man. But yeah, it's a random reason I know to fucking look forward to a movie. I know, but it's kind of weird, it's there's a whole bunch of different movies in the past, Fast and Furious has had fucking sequences going through Glasgow before. Hobbs and Shaw had one, sorry, and what else was it? Days is what was that horror movie with Brad Pitt? Was it DayZ? Or is that a game? Anyway, either way, there's been a few movies which had Glasgow appear in it, and passed off as something different, which is kind of cool.
Let's see.
World War Z, fucking DayZ's a fucking game, I'm a moron. World War Z was a fucking movie, and that had a good few shots with them running through the streets and crashing into George Square in Glasgow. It's pretty fucking cool.
$672 says, have you ever considered instituting a time limit on the answers to questions to ensure more questions get asked and minimize occasional rants? No. Because then I can't answer a question fully. What's the point? If you can't actually get a thought out that you feel is an intelligent thought, and you don't make your point because you have time constraints, what is this, a presidential fucking debate? What is this, an accepted speech at an award show? No, it's my show. I'll do what I want. One day, if I'm on someone else's show and they want me to cut it short, I will. But when it's on my show, I talk as long as I want. And if you don't like it, I'm very, very sorry. You thought I was going to say something mean, but I'm actually very, very sorry. I apologize, but that's just how it has to go. All right. Anime Watchers says, with VTubers becoming popular and getting tons of views, have you thought about becoming one? No, I'm not going to become a VTuber. Sorry. I thought about it for a second. Okay, I think we'll close Q&A only because we only got about 10 minutes left on the show. Thank you all for your questions. We'll go back to standard chat now. I can actually see all of your questions now in the chat. Christian says, are you excited for High on Life? I mean, it looks good. It looks interesting and unique. I hope that it's not insanely cheesy puns the entirety of the game, but I think I would laugh at some fun dialogue from the guns talking and stuff. And I hope that it's actually a legit game and not just a running joke. You know what I mean? But I'm excited. It's a Game Pass game. If it doesn't work out, it's fine. But I can't wait to try it out. Excuse me. When is your first Pokemon playthrough? What was my first Pokemon playthrough? Was it Ruby? I don't remember, Willow. I honestly don't remember. I can't answer that. People would have to go back and look themselves. I don't know.
We have a siege mode. Thank fuck. We have siege mode. That is not a bingo though, sadly. But still, we're 3 away. Technically, we're 2 away, guys. We're 2 away from a full house because we have a free space locked in to use on whatever we want. If Phil says 2 of 3 things, dude, no exaggeration in comment, we have 1 bingo. Jason's like, he hasn't said dude? No, he has not said dude, as far as I'm aware. If he has said it, then I've missed it, and I guess so did chat, because none of us fucking have heard it. I wasn't told about it, so yeah. We need him to say 2 of these 3 things. And we can use the free space on everything that's not been said.
Choo Choo Charles is a video game? Oh, I've certainly never heard of that one. What are my thoughts on crypto? I don't have any. See, here's the thing. Cryptocurrency has been an incredibly hot topic for people with money. Since I don't have money, cryptocurrency is not something that concerns me whatsoever, right? It'll never be a thought in my head. Olivia says the Q&A mode actually sucks because you cannot see the chat. Lots of good points get made and then you can't see them. I guess that's a good point too. If I open Q&A mode, it separates the questions, but then I don't see any active dialogue going on with you guys. You're right. So I guess there's both a plus.
Oh, come on, that was a great fucking chance for you to say fucking comment.
And minus to it. There's advantages and disadvantages to using that mode. I figured I would test it out for a couple streams. It seems okay. We don't have to use it every day, by the way. I'm just trying something out new. Okay. Drawing things. Listen to this. Thoughts on artificial intelligence and a young generation growing up with reaction videos and silly stunts and having zero attention span. Dude, what are you talking about? Like, you literally just said 2 completely different things. They're not even related questions. And both of those would require like a giant answer. For questions like that, you want to save those for Ask the King. That's exactly the kind of question you want to ask on Ask the King, because then I can select it, think about my answer, and do a lengthy answer. I can't do something like that usually on a podcast like today. Today's just fast stuff off the cuff. Okay? Carlos says, investing is always risky. Was there ever a point where you considered a stock portfolio when you had high income on YouTube? The only stocks I ever had investment in when I worked at that helicopter company, I had a retirement package. And I had, stocks in there, and it lost money. So I had money every year that was going towards that supposed, I forget what it's called. I don't even know what it was called. IRA, whatever it's called, those stock portfolios, that's your retirement package. And I had it for 4 years. And by the time that basically I was done, I got laid off from the job, it still existed. And I looked at it. And I actually had less money in it than I had invested in it. I had lost money. Yes, it was a 401k. That's what it was. It was a 401k. I had lost money in it, the package. So basically at one point, I needed the money and I cashed it out. And I lost a lot of my money that I had invested in it. But at that point, I needed the money back. So.
Remember, this was around the same time that Phil had an addiction to WWE's Supercard. Just saying, it's an interesting coincidence that around the same time Phil was heavily playing that game. At least I think so, around the same fucking time. Yeah. Phil is so fucking pissed poor with money. To be fair, I'm not as bad as Phil, fortunately, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's one of those things, so I have a full-time job, and I have a pension. Could a pension be better? Of course, I just do minimum, right now I'm doing minimum payments into my pension, but it's still a decent wee pension going that I've got going, and hopefully I can keep building up and building up and building up over time. But I really should be trying my best to actually try and invest if I can into the future as well, just for myself. Even though it's a bit of a rough time right now with the world, because the world's still trying to recover from COVID and all that shit. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's important to try and get in at a good time for trying to invest in things. I'm still not a fucking expert in that, you know what I mean? But it's one of those things where it's good to kind of get in when it right before it starts fucking growing, you know what I mean? Because sometimes obviously markets will improve at some fucking point, and you want to be there already with your investment before that happens, so you can benefit from it greatly. Just obviously it's easier said than done, of course, but you get what I'm saying. Phil obviously has no fucking nest egg, no retirement, no, he's got nothing. He has nothing to fall back on. His retirement is essentially him dying.
Was home
and yes, D-Dog, England lost. Oh no. Tony says that went dark. It's the truth. Phil has no retirement plan whatsoever. I mean, he is going to be doing this until the day he fucking snuffs it. That is just a simple truth of the matter. He has no fucking... He can't just stop streaming and fucking retire on a nest egg. What fucking nest egg? He spends every single fucking dollar he gets going his fucking way. What's he going to do? Fucking rely on Cat's retirement package from a fucking part-time job at IKEA? The fuck?
Home Alone, a death loop occurrence. I mean, the only way I could see it, Home Alone being a death loop occurrence, would be if you think the movie is the final day, right? The day when Kevin McAllister actually gets it all right, and therefore because it's all hits perfectly, that's the day that sticks and he gets to keep living his life. But otherwise, every other attempt where he tries to protect his house, he fails, and the wet bandits murder him? Jesus. That's actually really dark. That's really dark. Imagine that. The wet bandits murder him. And then he wakes up again in the morning and says, damn, I have to try to protect my house again. And then he tries and he fails. Like, imagine they open the door, the booby trap doesn't go off. So Marv just charges in, grabs him, wrings his neck. Jesus. Dude, that's brutal. That's a horror movie right there. That's...
Phil said, dude, we need one more. We need one more for a full house. That is a triple bingo again. We are very close to a full house. We just technically need one fucking more. Now, excuse me while I play the bingo horns 3 fucking times. So, where want to be?
That's a fucked up dude. Who thought that idea up? Dude, oh my god. All right, well, you know what? I think that just gave us a whole different twist on the Home Alone formula, huh? Wow, I never even thought of it that way. Jesus. Hey, you were gonna blowtorch me, huh, kid? Well, now you get it to the face. Ah! And then he wakes up in bed. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just invented a new dark movie. It's so bad. Oh. Wow. Okay, why did you tell me this? Now you've ruined Home Alone for me. Now I don't know if I can watch the movie again. Because every time I see one of the traps he laid out for the wet bandits, what if it failed and they did it to him? Right? What if they forced him to do his own traps? They take those sharp glass ornaments and they lodge them into his body and skin ripping. Oh! Oh! Why would you guys tell me this? This is fucked. This is fucked up, man. This is just a kid. He's just a kid. He's just a child. Someone contact Macaulay Culkin.
No. That little bastard is fucking psychopath. No, that's not... No, nobody in their fucking right mind at that fucking age is thinking of these kind of things to do to people. No. In real life, if you did that to adults, they would fucking die. It's a fucking kids movie, so fucking Harry and Marv are perfectly fucking fine apart from a few bumps and bruises, whatever, you know, shit. But you fucking apply that shit to the real world, getting fucking concussions with paint cans, getting crushed against your fucking skull and stepping in fucking shards of broken fucking glass. There's a fucking tetanus fucking shot right there. You're gonna fucking need Jesus Christ, Phil. Those motherfuckers would have been dead several fucking times over and that shit that fucking wee Kevin McAllister put them through. I don't want to fucking hear anything about him, Kevin, he was just a kid. Like, guy's a little fucking psychopath, man. He's a future fucking terrorist if I fucking saw one.
With my idea. This is a good idea. Tell him I want to film this film. I want him to be in it. He won't be the kid anymore. He'll be someone else. That'd be interesting. Actually, this is a really good movie idea. This could make a lot of money. Okay.
And as usual, Phil always comes back to money. It's not about the fucking artistic merit of the project. It's not about how, such a wholesome idea of having Kevin, the original Macaulay Culkin somehow reprise his role. By the way, I don't know if that ever actually showed up in America. I'm not sure. There was an advertisement with Macaulay Culkin last year, I think it was, and it was set. It's basically he's back home. He's like, he's a full-grown adult, and he's like, I think he's using like Alexa or something, I think it was an Alexa product. I'm not sure what it was, but yeah, it was actually kind of cool to see Macaulay Culkin in the set of his old home, and he's got Christmas Alone or whatever, and he's like, reminder to fucking lock doors or whatever, and or play it, or turn the lights on or whatever. It's kind of funky because they done it a few times. They done it for E.T. as well. They had E.T. fucking in a fucking advert as well. Was it a Super Bowl ad? I thought it was a fucking Christmas ad or some pish. Was it an actual Super Bowl ad? What the fuck? Anyway. It's just, Hines says Phil definitely tortured insects as a child. Yeah, I can definitely imagine Phil being the type of motherfucker who would do that, yeah. To bully on something smaller and weaker than him. Yeah, it's definitely a Phil thing to do.
Anyway, watch this movie get made now. Seriously, watch this fucking movie get made. Anyway, any last questions, guys, before we adjourn? Thank you all for chilling with me. Thank you for your support. We're going to start with Pokemon shortly. But we got a couple quick minutes and then we're going to jump over to Pokemon, okay? My first Pokemon playthrough was Omega Ruby in 2014, so I had it right. It was Ruby. Omega Ruby. There you go. Will I ever get a new PC? That would be nice. It would certainly be nice if I could. Right now, it's not in the cards, you know? If anything, we did as many incremental updates this year as I could do, right? Like, take a look at all the things we changed, right? We upgraded, the pre-stream is now a podcast. I added React content to my repertoire, right? We've got 1080p...
Is he seriously saying him renaming the pre-stream podcast to the Level 1 podcast was an upgrade? It's the exact same fucking product with a different fucking title. Are you fucking kidding me on? Fuck the fuck off, you fucking fuck. Let's just hear this again. Let's see his fucking full list here. Let's hear the full fucking repertoire of upgrades.
Here, as I could do, right? Like, take a look at all the things we changed, right? We upgraded, the pre-stream is now a podcast.
It's the exact same fucking thing, just change the fucking title. Congratulations, Phil. Zero fucking effort. What else?
I added React content.
You fucking reacted to shit in the past. You fucking reacted to the Fine Bros, for example, fucking way back in the fucking day. You've been doing React content for fucking years. So that's not fucking new either. Also, it's fucking lazier and easier for you to fucking do it.
To my repertoire, right?
Oh, for fuck's sake, Phil's also saying repertoire. I guess he fucking heard me back in the fucking past.
Right? We've got 1080p, 60 frames per second video, although it's choppy at sometimes, it's still pretty good.
And yes, now it's fucking sent to you by a fan, you know, without you even asking for it. And it's one of those things where you fucking complained and bitched about it because the focus fucking changes and you've still not got a fucking camera set up the way it should be fucking set up. This upgrade that was implemented was not because of anything on your end. This was sent to you willingly by a fan and you still bitched and whined and moaned about it.
We got a new webcam now. One of the major complaints was my visual quality for the camera was always terrible. I found a way to get better quality without affecting my setup.
You found a way you found a way. No, you didn't. You found a way. Someone sent you the exact same fucking camera so it was a better fucking model. So you knew it was going to be the same sort of, you know, plug-in shit and criteria and it's, oh, for fuck's sake. Phil, stop it.
Right? So all these things have worked out. The only thing that's a bummer is that every once in a while, video is corrupt.
So Phil, you've not actually done anything, technically, on your end to upgrade things there. The webcam was sent by a fan. Changing the title of the fucking show is not an upgrade. It's a... Jesus fucking Christ, Phil, you know. Well, the fucking... This is how he fucking gets through life. He tells himself he's doing so fucking well and he fucking lists off a bunch of fucking random things they had nothing to do with for fucking things being well. It's like... Imagine the Earth is still spinning, right? Of course it's still fucking spinning. Phil would find a way how he somehow was responsible in his own way for helping make sure the Earth kept spinning. Phil would probably think to himself, you know what, if I had not gone for that fucking walk, the Earth might not have spun as much as it did. Because my feet was pulling against the gravity of the fucking Earth and I was fucking forcing myself to move through the fucking, you know, and in my power walk. Jesus fucking Christ, Phil. He would always try and, fuck off, Phil. Fuck the fuck off. You've done nothing. You've been a lazy bastard.
And that sucks, you know. And then, you know, we have some issues. Outside of that, everything seems to still be working. But doesn't mean that they're going to be working forever. I really want a new PC. I can't get one right now. Maybe it's in the cards in the future if I can ever get my credit back or if I can refinance my home and therefore I'd have some cash out to spend on things like upgrading the business, then I would love to do it, but I can't do it yet. I'm not there yet. I'm not at that point. So, you know, or if, I mean, here's the thing. Unlike most jobs, I'm reliant on crowdfunding. Maybe one day someone will come by who's very generous and says, look, I had enough and, you know, just want you to get a new PC and here.
Oh my fucking God. The absolute fucking begging going on there. He actually did it. He actually flat out begged for a brand new state-of-the-art PC. One of his fans will just say, you know what, enough's enough, Phil. Here, Mr. Six Figures a Year, have this fucking top of the line PC which is future proof. Oh my fucking god, no, we need to hear this one more time. We need to hear this one more fucking time.
You know, or if, I mean, here's the thing. Unlike most jobs, I'm reliant on crowdfunding. Maybe one day someone will come by who's very generous and says, look, I had enough and, you know, just want you to get a new PC and here, I want to fund it. Then that could happen, you know, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it's just not in the cards right now. All right.
Jesus fucking Christ. This desperate, greedy leech of a motherfucker. I mean, I have no words.
All right. All right, I guess that's it, guys. So, thank you for chilling with me today on the Level 1 podcast, where we really had nothing to talk about. Still ended up being a pretty fun show. Thanks to those who supported and chilled. Thanks to those who engaged. Let us end the show, and let's get started with Pokemon, all right? Which you guys absolutely demanded that I play again, all right? On a daytime stream. So, thank you so much. I really enjoy the show. But there's some weird thing that keeps happening, because at the end of every show, I seem to get cut off. Okay, so let's get set up, but now I have to go turn my Switch on again because it turned itself off. It's so weird that it did that. It turned itself off because I turned off my TV. How does that even make sense, right? It's so weird. Okay, so there we go. So let me go turn on my Switch. Oh, my pants are falling down. I gotta tie my pants. Look how big they are. Seriously. It's like I could fit a bowling ball in my pants. They're so big. I gotta tie these so they don't...
So I think it looks like a Switch is on now, but I think this is like a frozen fucking screen. So it looks like a screen is on, but it's actually fucking just frozen for him. Because look at the time as well. The time at the top there, 11:06 AM. Phil's stream usually cast starts around then. So yeah, I think... Yeah. This is a frozen image of his fucking Nintendo Switch being on. It's not actually on right now. And yes, Phil fucking...
Go turn on my Switch.
Look at him fucking bragging about how fucking... Oh, I've lost so much fucking weight. Look at my fucking... You know, my pants are falling down. Oh, no.
Oh, my pants are falling down. I gotta tie my pants. Look how big they are. Seriously. It's like...
Jesus. Oh my fucking god. Oh. Why would you shove your hand down the front of your fucking... Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. I don't have anything to add to this. I have...
Oh, my pants are falling down. I gotta tie my pants. Look how big they are. Seriously. It's like I could fit a bowling ball in my pants. They're so big. I gotta tie these so they don't fall off my body. Hold on.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. It's actually making me fucking strange noises. What the fuck? What the fuck, Phil? I have nothing. I have nothing to fucking... Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. You guys fucking do whatever the fucking want. You want me that shit. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. I'm not fucking doing anything with that.
Jesus. I used to be fat, man. I used to be a giant. I did. I used to be like so fucking fat. It's disgusting.
Their fucking sweatpants and the fucking elastic gets weared out over fucking time. So that's probably a big contribution as well. That's probably a big fucking factor, Phil.
Okay. Tie this off so they don't fall off my body. There we go. Okay. Now, the Switch. Let's get this going. There we go. Okay. Oh, all right, very good. And no, it's not that I'm getting really skinny. It's that I'm maintaining a weight now. Like all my life, I had a fluctuating weight where my weight would go up and down, and now I kind of have the same lifestyle, so my weight isn't fluctuating anymore. You know, I'm not eating insanely healthy. I'm also not eating poorly. I'm kind of in the middle of the road, so my body is kind of like settled into this body type of being between like 205 up to say maybe 215 pounds, and I gain some, I lose some, I gain some, I lose some. But a lot of these clothes that I bought was back when I was much heavier. I was like 220, 230, and one case 240. And so these pants, these are freaking Old Navy sweatpants that I bought like, I want to say a decade ago, probably. I'm trying to think the last time I bought anything from Old Navy. That's how long ago it was.
Okay. Barrett Wells made a very good point in chat there. Look at his Wi-Fi signal. Like half bars, and he complains about other people having lag. Yeah, Phil's connected directly through Wi-Fi. Can you not plug an Ethernet cable into the Nintendo Switch? Is that not a possibility? So yeah, I mean, it's a good job Phil doesn't really play a huge amount of online games, I guess, on the Nintendo Switch, but still, that seems like a bit of a shitty signal.
And so, at that point, I was fat, you know, and I needed to have bigger clothes, and so these were like way big. And then after that, I lost a lot of weight. Now I'm down to this, and now my waist is much smaller. Like at one point, I was a 38 waist. Holy shit. Now I'm down to like 32, 34, you know? So, anyway, I gotta blow my nose, and then we'll get started.
I'm not trying to mock people who are actually trying to lose weight, but going from 38 and pretending it's a huge fucking number to 34 is like, that's not a huge fucking drop. It's well done for the fucking drop, but that's like, you know, you're pretending it's a huge fucking, it's like literally like a size or two down. Phil says he's 32, 34 waist now, and he thinks 38 was fucking mammoth and gargantuan compared to him being an absolute fucking stick figure at 34. Now, I'm not trying to fucking belittle, obviously, the fucking effort of trying to lose weight, but I don't think it's a very impressive achievement to fucking go from 38 to 34. That's the point I'm trying to make. Phil's trying to make it sound like some sort of fucking Herculean fucking incredible effort on his part to go from like a size 38 to a size 34. Nah. But as I say, I'm not trying to like fucking mock the effort to lose weight here. Don't get me wrong. I just think Phil's making a big deal over something which shouldn't be a big fucking deal. It's far more impressive to obviously lose a lot more weight than that, however, you know, try and be healthy about it as well. Phil still looks like an unhealthy piece of shit regardless. He looks like he's lost weight, but it doesn't look like he's lost it in a healthy manner. He looks like he's fucking atrophied to his fucking muscles, for example. He's got his fucking noodle arms. He looks genuinely ill. He looks like he's genuinely fucking sick. Probably explains all his fucking doctor's fucking visits that he's fucking, you know, refusing to disclose to his fucking chat properly. So yeah, some people think he's got like tuberculosis, some people think he's diabetic. Who knows, Phil? All I know is that he looks fucking ill.
Oh.
Yesterday was a really slow day for me on stream. I didn't make a lot of support yesterday. It's you guys.
Ooh. All right, so make sure we got all the bases covered here. Okay, headphones. So guys, we're jumping back into Pokemon. Now, since the last time I played, no one named a new Pokemon. So all the Pokemon from the last session are still eligible to be named, if you guys are interested. Okay, and it's $25 to name a Pokemon. Okay, and if we hit the tips goal of $100 today, we will have the Pikachu hat back for the first time in weeks. Because the last time we saw the Pikachu hat was the last time when Pokemon was a daytime stream, which was quite some time ago. So, excuse me. Woo! All right. I'm trying to remember where we're at and where we're headed. I guess we'll look at the map. All right, anyway.
Still getting his money dance out of the way early. He's anticipating a lot of financial support for this fucking stream. We need Phil to say one of those two fucking things. It doesn't know he's going to fucking say it. Also, we're fucking miles away from the Bubbles goal. Sadly, at 62 likes as well, so Phil is not going to... We've got one free space only. We needed Phil to say fucking comment or no exaggeration. He's not said either, and he's about to begin recording. This looks like game over, guys.
Would you guys prefer if I just did this? Let's see.
What's he planning here? Oh, he's moving the bar.
Let me know if you think this is better, only because I know it's been blocking the energy bar. And, I don't know if it's going to block anything at the top of the screen now, but let me know as we play today, okay? Okay. Alright, guys, ready? Let's get started. Alright, everyone. Welcome back.
I fucking pressed the wrong fucking thing and I played the goddamn horns. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, that's the end of bingo. That is the end of bingo. Sadly, we don't... I fucking put my horn too soon, and I'm so sorry about that, you know. I lose control of it sometimes, what can I say? But yeah, we have a free space to use up. We might as well just fucking use it here, you know, because it doesn't really matter where we fucking use it. It's never bingo, and I fucking played the horn for it already. But there we go. We're going to end on 24 out of 25. We were so goddamn close to a full house, but sadly, alas, it was to no avail. Phil did not say comment or no exaggeration. Patrick's saying we should replay the podcast and double check. And it's one of those things where, I mean, I don't mind, guys. I do sometimes do this. I will, the following day, when Phil uploads the pre-stream podcast Live On Power, when he uploads it to his channel, I do sometimes check a transcript. And I search the words that were not said. And sometimes it might be... So, how about this, guys, right? We're going to assume it didn't come in today, right? But if it transpires that it actually was said, one of these two different words, so either him saying comment or no exaggeration, if that was said on the podcast that Phil uploads, and I'll check the transcripts when Phil uploads, and I'll check that tomorrow morning. If we actually did get one of those things said, then we'll count it as a win, a delayed win, and before our next bingo, I'll set up a thing where we can pick a winner. It'll be a delayed victory. For now, it looks like we've not won, but I don't mind a check-in the following day. I've done it before sometimes. When we're this close to a full house, then yes, I think it merits doing that. So yeah, it's all I can suggest for now. You know, it's all I can suggest for now. So we'll have to wait and see what the transcript says. Obviously, anyone can fucking do it, essentially. You know, it's like, as soon as that podcast is available and uploaded, and as soon as the transcript for it is available, I think it takes a few hours for the transcript to become available from Phil's videos. But when it's available, we can just, you know... Or if you're fucking doing, you can just fucking watch a whole goddamn podcast again yourself and see if you want to fucking do that. But I think there's better things to do with our time. Let's be honest. But yeah, I'll just check the transcript tomorrow. I'll just deal with it. Don't worry. But yeah, let's see how Phil's doing. We are like 50 minutes, almost 50 minutes behind Phil. We are. So look at this. So 48 minutes behind. Anyone want to guess how well Phil's doing for money? He's at $16 right now in tips. Anyone want to guess how well he's doing?
Pokemon Scarlet.
Wow, he's got $37. Wow. CM Phil tipped him $25 and he got to name a Pokemon. Fucking hooray. Isn't that incredible? Isn't that just the greatest? Well done to CM Phil for getting to name your Pokemon. Dumb motherfuckers. So, enough of that. Oh, I just completely realised I don't have Pixar animations ready to go. My bad. I'll need to rectify that. Give me a second, guys. And I will get Pixar. Just give me a second. So you're going to see a black screen for now. I'm so sorry. It's the one thing I didn't have ready to go, the Pixar animations video. My bad. Heinz says he got a $25 tip and went from 16 to 37. Yeah, that's a good fucking point. That's a very good fucking point. He miscalculated, it was like. Give me a second, so 2 seconds. First of all, let me just get this up so you can see. There you go. You know, getting ready to stuff. Before we even do that, let me pull up the tips tracker to see if it's been updated right now by our resident psychopath piece of piece. Give me a second. There's a very good fucking point being made though. It went from $16 to fucking it doesn't make sense. So let me see if I can get the fucking raw. Has Piece of Peace managed to update this in real time right now, or is he a busy boy right now? Because sometimes he's too busy for the day streams, as well as he's got a life. Damn fucking detractors having lives and being too busy to catch every single fucking stream at the right fucking then and there, yeah. So yeah, there's no been updated shit for it. What I can do, I mean, we've got the bingo right here. Where's Phil's stream? Is it down? Sometimes I get recommended Phil's fucking stream, which is annoying, but there you go. Give me a second here and let me pull up Phil's stream. We need to fucking evaluate this. So I'm curious. The bingo's over again. I mean, the bingo's essentially over. It's done with.
Over here chilling with us. Very nice.
What the fuck? Who's this fucking fatty? Oh, it's Phil. So we had $16 there, okay. Okay, here we go.
Using the pointy tip of its trunk, it carves off chunks of hard rocks to eat. It is very docile and helps people with physical labor. So it's a friendly type Pokemon. There you go.
Kufant. Is that the fucking name CM Full requested?
No nickname for Qfint. Okay.
It was. So somebody requested that name. Some of the names that has been requested for these fucking things, it looks like is... I assume these are names that people fucking requested. Oh, it's an OG name. Okay. Okay, my bad. I don't know my Pokemon lore. I'm sorry.
Let's heal Qfint. Not Qfint, excuse me. Let's heal Eve. And now, let's see what this tip is.
So reminder, this happened 36 minutes ago. This tip came in 36 minutes ago.
CM Fool wants me to name that Hariyama we caught E-Honda right now. All right, we could do that, CM Fool. Let's do that. So thank you, CM Fool. For the support of the stream. You know, it's funny. We might see E-Honda next weekend when the Street Fighter 6 beta's out, right? I hope he's in it. Because we know he's in the final game. I actually hope they put him into this wave of the beta. I'd like to try him.
So we got it wrong originally. So he went from $16 and he added $25 to $16 and got 31.
Okay.
Oh, I tell you what happened here. He's fucked up massively, man. Yeah. He thought it was like $6 he had. He's added 6 onto fucking 25 instead of 16 onto 25. And then in between then and now, he's received smaller tips. Guarantee that. He is $10 short of what he's actually received, the dumb motherfucker.
He's for the back. Alright, let's see. It looks to me like is your luck good or is
then
mine?
Someone tipped him $1, so I added one more. So he should be on. What's it going to live, Phil? Reverse Shabasta thing.
Watchel.
Well, it says 41 now, but Phil should be on 51. Fact of the matter is, Phil has shortchanged his audience. His audience have given him enough money to a tier 1 goal. However, this dumb, dense motherfucker, Mr. Valedictorian, cannot add up in his head the contributions, and he has shortchanged his audience and denying his audience what they paid for. Is anyone in his chat complaining yet? Why is his chat so fucking slow as well? No, he shouldn't have 41 in tips right now, he should have fucking 51. He got $16 during the fucking podcast, he got $25 from CM Full's 31 right there, and then in between he's had several other contributions, $10 worth of small wee contributions here and there in between that fucking point. Ah, Jesus Christ, I don't know. Was Phil, has he corrected it? Has Phil actually corrected his fucking maths? I don't know. To me, he hasn't, because like, it keeps going up. It's like 30 cents, so he got drips and drabs with bits of support here and there. I got another $1, I got another $2, whatever. And then somebody gave him like fucking $4 here. What's his most recent contribution?
I don't know. Check this out. A Watchel.
Hurry up.
Alright, we should have 41 in tips. I did the math wrong. We caught it.
Oh, wait, he claims he got the math wrong. But you were at 37 at the time, Phil. Hold on. You were still $10 short. How do you go from 37 to 41? You were off by $10. So how does 37 turn into 41? No, he's got it wrong. Simple truth of the matter is, he's fucking can't add up, and he's robbed his audience, like. Jesus Christ! Anyway, fuck it, guys. I'm gonna end things there. I've had enough of Phil. Fuck it, you know. I just want to fucking watch the highlights of the England France game, and just sing it's they're coming home. They're coming home. Just to fucking enjoy the game. I'm sure I've heard it was a big game of football. I've heard it was a lovely game of football to enjoy. So I'm looking forward to highlights of that quite a lot. Vicky's asking, did I get a full bingo? We were one short. D-Dog says it should be $42, so Phil's still robbing his audience, as usual. Okay. I am going to end things there, guys, okay? So, guys, thank you very much for joining us on DSP Bingo. Sadly, we're short of a full house by one goddamn square. So close to a full house, but sadly, it was not to be. But I'm still glad people were here to join us on DSP Bingo. I know as also, people could also do all sorts of things for our Saturdays, but I'm very appreciative of the fact that you guys chose to spend your Saturday enduring Phil's podcast and rambling and ranting with me, and also enduring my own ranting and rambling as well. But yeah, guys, I will see you tomorrow for some more DSP Bingo if you wish to join me then. But until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend, how you wish to spend it, and I'll catch you all tomorrow if you wish to join me. And as I say, guys, thank you as well for, subscribing, super chats, everything else. Also, just keep me right in the card as well. Some things I missed in the card, and you guys kept me right. I do appreciate it. So, enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more DSP Bingo. But until then, enjoy Notorious PIG contributions made by the excellently talented Pixar Animations, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30 and says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside, and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant, fucking gone.